just in curious and would be able to what else in this case is where everybody is speaking to local beefy guys. I know you're talking about the more curious, more zombie
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storypath Showcase Trinity Continuum Anima. I am Travis Legge, your host and the story guide for this special delve into the world of Anima. As you, I'm sure, already know, Anima is currently available on Kickstarter. I am very pleased to announce that we've hit our base goal and unlocked, I believe, 2 stretch goals. I'm going to look at that here in just a second as I am bringing up the link. Yeah, it looks like we've unlocked at least 2 stretch goals. So you can head over and check that out right now and back it. I think the first big manuscript preview is coming out Monday. But there is already some preview material there for backers only. So head over there. There's also a lot of cool add-ons this go around where you can, pick up Storypath books that you may have missed in the past or things along those lines. Pick up a little bit of extra add-ons. So check out the full menu at the Kickstarter. Lots of cool stuff going on. But you're not here for us to tell you about the cool stuff. You're here for us to show you the cool stuff with an actual play. So we are going to do that very thing. And I think we're going to dive right into the action, and we'll do our who you've beens at the end. Sound good to everybody? Beautiful. Wow. So, it is a average everyday Friday night in the city of Cascade, and to blow off some steam or to prepare for your grind ahead, you all have logged into the award-winning immersive, in-depth MMO known as Terra Surge. You and your friends have gotten together in the village of Northfjord because of the Vinternacht festival that is going on in the Northern Lands. And your common meeting point, I guess, where you've all logged in here, is just a small outpost for supplies. You can, like an inn almost, that you can bed down if you need rest. You can pick up some odds and ends before going into the Frosted Lands. So tell me, which one of you is the early bird? Who logs in? Who's liable to log in first?
I probably have the most I guess pre-game to do.
Okay.
So if I knew that I was going to be logging on, I would likely make sure that I had access to a major trading post so that I could check on my previously posted level 1 Yeti pelt to see if I managed to sell it for about 15 gold or so to some buyer who happened to pick it up at that price for me, based on our offline arrangement. After which I would use said gold to pick up a I guess you could call it like a pay to win focus. I'm thinking something in the form of like a persuasive ethereal focus of staggering +1.
Okay.
And I would just kind of pocket that and wait for my friends to log on.
Excellent. Next logging in for the day, I would assume we're going to just go ahead and say it's going to be Turk, because you're close by, you got stuff going on, so on and so forth. So you log in, you see the location, this hut with a tundra behind it. And stretching out in one direction is tundra, stretching out the other way is like almost like frozen swamp and marshlands. Like this area used to be warmer, but like a cold snap came through and just insta froze everything. And standing outside, of course, you see your associate Val. Val, please describe yourself for us so that everyone can see what is being seen.
Sure. Val appears as a veer, a kind of a 6.5 foot tall, long of limb, like a bird man, with kind of radiant violet and turquoise plumage, a massive kind of pompadour stack of feathers kind of out of the front of his head, an ornately tattooed beak, and an assembly of meticulously placed jewelry and accessories adorn his kind of deep purple and maroon, like shimmering robes, atop which he wears what looks to be kind of an off-color cloak that doesn't really seem to match anything. It looks like maybe it's a recent acquisition that he hasn't had a chance to reskin yet.
Excellent. And what does Val see, Turk?
Turk Zestfang is a quell, a warrior race of insect-like creatures. Sort of this off, like paling green, little splotches of purple that kind of look like an infection. Wearing some pretty heavy-duty armor. No weapon to speak of, really, just kind of the heavy armor and shield. It's just literally just built to take hits, to draw attention and just taunt people. Yeah, just large insectoid eyes with the little multifaceted, like a fly's eyes, essentially.
Excellent. So you see your insectoid companion appear before you, Val, and feel free to interact with each other. You do see the shopkeep inside the hut, sort of moving around.
I'll wave and look at I'll kind of reach into my robes and pull out my timepiece. So do you have any idea how long this quest is supposed to be? Because the Chinese market opens in like an hour.
I have no idea. I know that I'm a little bit late, and I apologize for that. But there was some stuff left on your to-do list that I had to tackle. No, I was going to ask you the same thing. Do we know how long we're going to be going for?
Mako appears at this point, or I'm sorry, I'm reading your name on here and not on who you are. Peaches appears. Please announce the thunderous arrival of Peaches outside of this hut.
So Peaches comes this like very large canine creature. Think kind of Pomeranian, so super fluffy, piercing teal eyes, but just like not like an angry Pomeranian, like a Pomeranian who just took his treats from, so have that kind of scowl on his face. Carrying a massive blade that's kind of in the shape of a heart and like flaming this like purplish fire. He like steps forth and is like, "Oh darn! I want to get here before you guys. How are you doing?"
Maybe Peaches. I just got something in the mail. I wasn't sure. Did you send it, Peaches? Did you send it?
I didn't. Should I have? Oh, I can say something right now. Hold on, and I'm gonna start searching through my like to see I can send anything. I got a rock a while ago. I like this rock, so I kept it, but you can have it.
Hold on. I checked my appointment book. Why am I here again? Through them.
I'm carrying like
swear it said
30
I was
loaves
supposed to
of
walk
bread if
today.
you want that. If you're really looking for.
You're here because Pom Pom is trying to get all of the Winternacht quests knocked out this year.
Right.
And disheveled as you missed your alarm this morning, Pom Pom, you do manage to like get up, splash water on your face, look at the clock, and go, "Oh snap!" and then boop, log yourself in. So Pom Pom appears. What would you? What do they see when Pom Pom manifests?
Well, I'm a sentient cloud, basically a big poofy, fluffy cloud with anime eyes and like little claw hands sticking out from the sides. Very tired looking right now. Hello, everybody.
That's right. It's seasonal time.
Mm-hmm. How is everybody? You good? You good? You good?
How are you
I-
doing, Pom Pom?
Sorry, what was that, Peaches?
How are you doing? Good day?
Oh, it's been glorious.
That's just lovely to hear. It's great we're having a good day, aren't you? Can I have a high five? Just like a high five?
Yeah, but why not? Yes, I would love
Pom
to.
Pom.
I will casually pass party lead to Pom Pom and find a light post to lean on.
There are no light posts per se. There is like a wooden post that has a hook on the end of it that looks
Sure.
like there's maybe like, you're assuming probably bear meat that's like salting in the air. Just like sitting.
That post works. I just find something to lean on so I can look smarmy.
Excellent. As soon as you lean and begin looking smarmy, the door flings open to the hut and you hear a voice bellow from inside. "Greetings, adventurers. Have you come to sample my wares, or perhaps lend aid to a shopkeeper in need?"
Yes. Right?
Glorious.
Everybody? Okay,
Oh
cool.
no, is this the guy?
I don't
This is the one, right?
roll with it.
Enter, please. You
Of course,
may-
thank you.
as you look around, there's, some kind of common weapons and armor on display. You see a couple of potions in a jar in the back. He says, "We're having a sale for Winternacht. Everything is 50% off in the store. Also, if you've a mind for adventure, I do have some needs to be filled, which can be paid in either store credit or this lovely reward menu." And he holds his hand up and you see like a scroll like appear, like blank into existence and roll outward, and it has different selections for each class.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna need all the freebies that you offer pre-quest line now.
I'm sorry, what was that?
We're gonna need all the freebies that you offer pre-quest line now.
Your friend is in a hurry. He turns to Peaches.
It's like he's so excited to help you out because that's what we do. And by the way, can I say this is just an exceptional store? Like I've never seen an iron sword quite of this quality.
Well,
RP, really?
that's very kind. It was brought in with the corpse of an adventurer that I was paid 5 gold to bury and back.
I'm sure you
Oh.
do the best job of burying it. Like I couldn't even tell if there was a barrel out there. You really are truly talented.
Thank you. My mother always said I should have gone into grave digging, but I said no, not me. My calling is to be a merchant on the edge of the frost mire.
Look here, you vacant stare. I'm gonna grab your jacket.
He
You
looks
got
down at your
freebies?
hands and
Pom
says,
pom.
"It is
Pom
highly
pom
recommended to not assault any NPCs during Winternacht."
I haven't assaulted you yet. I would like to attempt to persuade him to be persuasive.
Excellent. Does your anima have persuasion abilities?
Yes, it does, and so does my focus.
Excellent. So you can go ahead and it would be your approach, your chosen approach plus your. I would
We're
assume
going
that'd
to
be a
go
finesse.
with. I think. Is it finesse?
Or force.
I don't feel like I'm.
I don't
I think it's
you're being,
force.
Then you're not being very persuasive. Just throwing that out there.
Well, I'm saying. Well, it's persuasion command.
You're fair. No, you're
Right.
fair. You're good.
You're
You're good.
So
Yeah,
it's what is it?
force and persuasion.
All right, and it's so my command is. So how does this work? So my command is +1, and my focus gives me. It's persuasive.
So any
So
of the
it's plus
bonuses
two-
would be
plus 2
enhancement. Yep.
So how does enhancement work?
You need a material success on the dice in order to make it
Okay.
happen.
Sure. And it's 1d10 for the things, right? 1d10 per
Yes.
dot.
Per dot.
Okay. So 4 material plus. So then I just add the enhancements to it.
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 7.
You're target number 8.
Oh, okay.
This is not aberrant.
Okay. So 6.
Okay. He smirks and says, "You have no fun at all," and pulls out a bag from underneath the counter and drops it down. As soon as it hits the ground, it hits the counter, it breaks into 4 bags.
I let him go. Palm, your freebies.
Thanks.
Thank you. Oh wait, I'm the palm. God dang.
You have 25 Wunterslausch tokens and a Wunternacht candle.
Yay! What does the candle do?
It lights up an area,
Oh, that's amazing. I feel grand.
much like a candle would.
Cool. I've learned a lot today so far.
But it's a Winternacht candle. Isn't it on your checklist of things that you need to get of the Winternacht variety?
I'm sure there's like 13 more things that I need, I think.
If
In
you
the back of my head. Yeah.
if you need more items, I do have this elite token for Winternacht. I need someone to go out into the Frostmire and acquire 10 bear pelts for me.
Right, that's the thing. Yeah, that thing. That's what I need.
I'm not picking that thing up. The quest log's full.
Are you interested, adventurer? And he slides like a contract forward for you.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm down. I'm down.
Excellent.
Bears are easy.
Then I wish you a good journey and safe travels. Need you any supplies for the road?
I'm personally okay.
What are we expecting difficulty level wise, Winternacht? Anybody done the research? I haven't checked any spoilers yet. I just haven't had time.
I'm too busy. I don't know.
I like to go in blind, so I avoided any kind of.
Be quiet.
I broke my sword last quest we did, so maybe if I could, just speaking to the shopkeeper, just like if there's something just cheap and available, that'd be great.
Yes, I do have this sword here. It is the blade of cheapness and availability.
That's perfect. That sounds wonderful. I'd love to get that.
It looks so common.
It's just like almost like flatly rendered by comparison to the rest of the universe.
Just still buffering permanently.
This is like
forever.
this is like pre-prefix. Okay, this thing is off.
It suits me. I am both constantly buffering, cheap and available. This is a blade for me.
Wonderful. Any other supplies? Anything else you would need? Would anyone else like to partake of the quest?
If we
With the-
partake of the quest, do we also need 10 bear claws?
Bear pelts, but yes.
I'm good.
So we'll all be okay. So if we start doing just 10 for Pom Pom, 10 for me.
Provided that you are in a party together, would you like me to show you the party tutorial?
Yes. Wait. Hold.
No,
Did we?
no.
Shit, did I already?
I prepare to blast the question mark in the face.
Tutorial canceled.
Sorry.
Out of here.
I like the green button.
Where's the contract? Accept his party. Accept his party. Where's the button?
Yeah.
We're good.
I'm
Good.
sorry, Val, are you like in a hurry or something?
We're fine. We are here to help
Okay.
you through your Winternacht questing. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to double check. You seem a little stressed.
I flip off the shopkeeper.
Jesus.
It's a wing. I mean, what do you do?
feathers.
Excellent. You make your way across the road, putting the tundra at your back and stepping into the Frostmire. Frostmire used to be a swamp filled with insects, alligators, and supernaturally large bears. There was a magical mishap that caused the entire area to flash freeze, as it remains to this day. For the most part, it's a relatively harmless, magnificent, icy sculpture garden where this moment of its birth was preserved permanently. However, there are monstrous bears still that survived the blast that are extremely aggressive to anything that goes near them, and tend to just chew up lower level animals. As you're making your way there, you're going to need to attempt to locate it, following the mini-map points. Are there any skills that each of you would like to contribute to the process of resolving this stage of your quest? To give you a little bit of under the hood into how quests work in Anima, each quest has a number of phases. During each phase of a quest, each character can choose one skill to rely upon to roll to contribute to the quest. The quest itself will then have a difficulty, which is generally based on the number of animas attached to the quest, and then will sometimes suffer a complication as well based on narrative elements in play. So right now, your main objective is to travel across the Frostmire, either avoid or put down any resistance that should come up, any creatures that might attack you, possibly engage with NPCs along the way, and get there safely and in one spot. So what would you like to contribute to that process, I guess? We'll start with Peaches.
I think Peaches is just going to focus on putting down anything that gets in our way. That is not what we're trying to get. So like, while all the other like smart characters are actually like doing helpful shit, always like, oh, what's Squirrel's trying to get us? Dead.
Right on. Excellent. Are you only going for like red targets, or are you just hitting anything that's moving that's in the way?
All critters must die.
I would love to say that it would be red targets. Knowing him, like, it's just going to be like, something's coming in our way. I don't know. That could be a trap for the quest. I'm just going to kill it.
Right on. That's fair. So
that is definitely a seasonal white winter bunny that needs.
Thanks for that. I got it. I just run it. Okay. I don't know if it's coming back. I'll be sure it's safe.
I hear they drop rabbit's feet.
So you would be then relying on your melee attack, I would assume, most likely, and then your approach of choice, and then any enhancements that would come with that. So you can go ahead and roll that. Remember, we're looking for target number 8 with this game.
Right.
So go ahead and roll that, and just hang on to those successes in your head there. What would Turk like to add to the proceedings as you make your way toward the bear's den?
Similar to Peaches, I'm gonna try to help clear the path. Anything that looks like it's hostile, I'm just gonna yell at it and become a target. So I'm imagining I'm gonna be swarmed by bunnies.
Yes. Excellent. So you're just going to try to you're trying to pull aggro, effectively.
Yeah.
What would you like to rely on for the pulling of aggro?
First skills, yeah.
Yeah.
Block. I have block 2.
Excellent.
Magic defense +1, physical defense +1.
Excellent. So yeah, go ahead and so it'll be considered physical. None of these attacks out here are magical right now.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and make the appropriate roll with approach of your choice. What would Pom Pom like to do during the travel phase of the quest?
Oh my goodness. If I use block, could I block NPCs from talking to us on the way there?
Absolutely, sure. I'll allow
Okay.
that. That sounds fun.
Thank you.
Like as they walk up, you're just like,
Nope.
Can you imagine a cloud gliding by you, just putting its hand out in your face? Excellent. You may go ahead and roll. I don't know if there's a social modifier for that one, so you probably are just rolling the straight skill and then your chosen approach. And then lastly, Val, what are you bringing to this party?
So I want to say that I would contribute heavily, but I feel like I might be on auto follow right now.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm following Turk kind of on autopilot, waiting for something bad to happen.
I mean, you could set up like a proximity, if anything, like auto targeting while you're running, so that if anything
Pretty
comes,
much.
red comes within your targeting range, it just
It's just kind of a pew pew. Like I would normally do some social interacting, but I feel like since Palm is kind of already handling that situation, I don't really need to engage. So I'm on follow, probably taking a call in like another window and blasting whatever happens to be in, Danny DeVito fashion. If it's
Sure.
red, it goes.
You're like slightly AFK.
Yeah. A little bit.
Cool. All right. So what I'll have you do then is your magic attack plus your chosen approach, but I'm going to add an additional +1 complication because you're using auto follow right now.
Sure, that's fine. Now I have to cancel that with successes, right?
Correct. So, but
Okay.
here's how this works though: is that complication just all of you will roll, all of your successes will be pooled, and then it will go against the quest's phase complication. So your complications right now are a one because you're using the auto follow, and
Sure.
2. The quest itself has a complication of 2 to
Okay.
reach the area accurately. Your difficulty is 4, so you need to find a total of 4 successes, right? So if you make the successes, you will get there, but you will be waylaid because you had a hard time getting there. You might run into like an encounter you didn't plan on if you don't pay off the complication. If you buy off
Okay.
all the complications, you're good to go. So each of you go ahead and roll, and why don't we get our results? Let's start with Pom Pom. What did you get on your roll?
And we're looking for like the success would be an 8.
8s or better, yep.
Okay, yeah, no successes.
Excellent. Off to a great start. Javier, what'd you get? You didn't by chance roll a 1 in there, did you?
I did.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so that will increase the complication by 1, as there was an NPC that was going to come up and give you like directions, like don't go that way. There's, and they didn't. So that now your quest complication is a 4. Javier, what did you get for successes?
I got 2 successes, an 8 and a 10.
Oh, beautiful. And the 10 explodes? Always
Oh,
get
that's right.
confused
Oh
about
God,
that.
this is Storypath. What am I doing with my life?
What are you doing with your life? It's a good
It
question.
doesn't. 2 successes.
Excellent. Is that including the enhancement you were carrying?
No, because I'm
You're
dumb.
You're using melee attack, right?
I'm using block.
Oh, block. Okay, so that's +1 for the defensive block. So that's
Neat.
so 3 successes.
Neat.
Wonderful. Peaches, how is your quest to clear the path treating you?
4 successes in total.
Excellent. And that's including your enhancement?
Yeah.
God bless him.
Beautiful. That almost clears. So this all comes down to Val, who, by the way, isn't paying attention to what's happening. So
This is why I have a pay to win focus.
Getting flashbacks to WoW days already.
So just to make sure I got this right, 10s explode, right?
yes.
Okay, so I got 6 material, and then I have a +1 enhancement from the focus, and then I have +1 beam from my skill,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
That counts. Okay,
Yes,
so
absolutely.
8. Is that what that is? 6 + 2 enhancement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, 8 on AFK. We're good.
Rock and roll. Despite the fact that you ignored the directions, well, you wind up as you're sort of making your way through this icy swamp. At some point up ahead, you see like 4 what appear to be like void animated alligators rise up from the frost. Like they're basically like frozen corpses of alligators, but their eyes are glowing purple, and like you see a purple light emanating from their mouth, and just like one of them explodes. Peach's sword cuts through another. Like you don't break stride as you're going through that obstacle. You just sort of whip along through it, and eventually come to the area, to like this sort of flat plain that you realize prior to the event was probably a lake. At the far end, you can see what looks like the mouth of a cave, and hear a earth-shaking as you approach.
That sounds sus.
I come back. Are we here?
It sounds like it.
Excellent.
Go forth.
Ah, just screaming.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Are we following him?
I
Well, I had to kill my auto follow because I kind of like lurched as soon as he ran. Go. Got your back. Go.
Okay. You got it, Turk.
Excellent.
I'll follow.
Oh Lord.
As
Tally-ho
you're
and whatnot.
as you're running across, you each notice the ice between you and the mouth of the cave, like jut for a second, and then go flat again, and then burst upward as ant whirls break through the ice. These ant whirls are sort of like large, what's like spinning cold air, effectively. They have like ice chunks floating around in them. They're basically they are creatures, but they're more like navigation hazards. So what would you like to do in response to those suckers appearing? Attack, avoid.
Are they coming at us, or are they just in our way?
Once they appear, they're stationary, but they are creating a definite like navigation hazard to get to the cave.
What's Turk doing? What's our tank doing?
I mean, you've run straight ahead, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and just give me if you don't mind. Yeah, so they're effectively like, they look vaguely ant-like when they're stopped, but they are just sort of spinning around so fast that all you can kind of see is this whirlwind.
Okay,
So what I'd like
so
you
I'm
to go
wondering-
ahead and do, if you don't mind, is you're going to be close enough, Turk, because you ran in, like just barreled in, that you're going to need to resist its pull as it's starting to pull you into the vortex itself. How would you like to go about doing that?
Just sort of planting my feet and I think that's really it. I don't think I have anything special, or I don't have. Maybe I'm just unimaginative. I'm just gonna plant my feet and just keep screaming.
All right, let's go for a block roll, if you don't mind.
Gotcha.
And it will roll its melee attack.
So I have a question.
Yes,
Quest phase related. Is this considered quest phase 2 or 3?
this is phase 3, effectively.
And this. Oh, sorry.
Would this be considered a complication that arises from a monster special ability?
It's very much so, absolutely.
Could I attempt to use my sever the cord ability then?
What
Because
does
that's what
that?
it does. It removes a complication from a phase that arises from a monster special ability in phase 2 or 3.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's just a activation ability, and it's done, right?
Yeah, it tags our quest and soul worker.
Okay.
So it's a beam attack that grants me a stunt.
Okay.
Hmm.
And is that does it have a cooldown, or is it
No, it just says quest and soul worker. So I think this is my
a pew pew?
pew pew. Yeah. Otherwise it's just
All right.
otherwise it's just a silence.
Well, you can go ahead and use it, and then if I could have Turk, please just give me the block. Did you make your block roll?
Not yet. No. Just picking any approach.
Yeah.
Right on. No successes.
Excellent. You plant your feet and immediately skate like at a great rate of speed towards this first ant whirl.
So I got 4.
Excellent. That is exactly what you need to tag it. It starts like spitting out more shards and slowing down, and now you see this like just pale white, looks almost like a giant army ant head, though the body is still spinning too fast for you to see. Would Pom Pom or Peaches like to take any actions at this point?
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it now.
Yeah. I'm going to decide that this was not on purpose, so I'm just going to run and like kind of stick it with a sharp bit.
Excellent. You run up and get quite stabby. You may use your melee attack and the approach of your choice.
And I can also use one of these fancy like strikes, right?
Yeah, if you have like quest abilities, they would be they would be
Yeah.
active in phase 2 or 3. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're going to use the first one, Bloody Strike. So phase 2 or 3, double the number of successes. Excellent. All right, so 4 successes.
Excellent, and that's after applying the special ability.
Yes, 5 successes because I also have to add the enhancement.
Okay. Excellent. You run up and how does this strike look as you are coming across carrying your heart blade?
So I think like the fire is still beaming, but it starts to like turn into this like deep red flame that starts like dripping blood. I just like slice down and hope I'm far enough that I also don't get drawn into the whirlwind, but we can't think too much about that right now.
I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah, you lunge forward and take off like one of the antenna off of the ant whirl. And it slows down enough that you can now see the vague outline of its body inside of the spinning. Bringing us to Pom Pom, what would you like to do?
Oh, well, I guess I'll use magic attack on it. Would I be able to use the enhancement magic beam or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have, as long as it's a quest ability that's accessible through phases 2 or 3, you can use it right now.
Yeah, let me double check that. Sorry. I was actually looking at something different. I was going to give him a shield. So I wasn't looking at the right thing at the moment. Page 3. Doopa doopa. Why did I not write anything down?
Notes? Why
I
would
wrote,
you do that?
I totally wrote so much down, but it's never like the right stuff that I write down. I'm just like, hey, beam. That sounds cool. Okay.
What's the name of the power?
It's enhancement magic attack beam. Chapter 7, apparently.
Oh, okay.
But
I have that one open.
no, it's all good. It says page 3, but I think I lied to myself.
It's
So
probably
I
on page 3 of
apologize.
chapter 7, yeah. There we go.
Oh, there. No, that's not it. Yay.
Oh yeah, that just all that beam means is that you get the that's enhancement to it. That's not like a special power.
Okay.
Just
Sweet.
it's just an extra success that you get if you get the material success. Make sense?
Yeah, sure.
So anytime you see like a plus and then a number, that's your enhancement.
Okay. Okay, so for magic attack, I've got 1.
Yep.
And then I rolled a 7. So do I add the 1 to it to make it a success?
No.
No.
You also roll whatever approach you want to add to, and you're looking for 8s.
Oh, I see. Oh, cool. Okay. I would like to use force. But
Stands to reason.
yeah, thanks. 1 success.
Excellent. You fire your magic beam. It goes wide, missing the ant whirl and hitting the mouth of the cave. As it hits the mouth of the cave, you hear another rumble. All the ant whirls that are not currently engaged in combat fall back under the ice. And again, everyone except for Gilbert sees as they fall back into the ice like juts back up for a second and then drops back down. Almost as if like it skipped or it lagged. And then Gilbert, I need you to give me like a force block, probably. And you as well, Peaches. Give me a force block.
One success.
Two successes.
Excellent. You both suffer 2 levels of damage as it slams you down into the ice. The ice sort of clamping shut as it pulls you down to the surface.
What's
And
doing this?
The ant whirl, the one that's left
Okay.
up. But it falls out as a dozen bears come out of that mouth of that cave.
Oh my.
A dozen?
A dozen bears, yeah.
I mean, we only needed 10, right?
So, tactically, how would you like to handle this phase as it won't be a round by round combat?
Oh dear.
Okay. So I feel like this is the fight, right? This is kind of it. So there's, I don't know how to use this ability. That says Anna's magic skill rating.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, hold up. I was just looking at it. Sorry. A complication. Okay, so under Resounding Horror, it says quest phase 2 or 3, when making a magic attack action, grant the animas enhancements to all allies. So does that mean when I make an attack roll, everyone else gets all of my enhancements?
It's an AoE buff.
Okay, so yeah.
They get the enhancement you're using on that attack. So you're sharing that, you're adding that enhancement to their action for the phase. So so if you have a +3 on the attack you're making or whatever, then then everybody gets a +3 enhancement.
Okay, good. I think that's probably going to be my best bet. Something like that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's like my only real AoE buff thing.
Okay.
So I would be using Grasping Horror on It's just a magical attack against a target, so I get to pick one of these.
No, so because effectively what we're doing is we're taking the narration of the entire scene and dropping it
Okay.
down into one roll. So your tactic for this phase of the quest is going to be relying on that blast.
Oh yeah, well, so it's a slowing condition. So like I would be trying to like they run out, I'm trying to basically like
Right.
CC them, I'm trying to crowd control them.
Right, for sure. Okay.
So that's my role, yeah.
All right. Dope. You go ahead and drop that roll. Peaches, what's your principal tactic for the
Considering we have
Encounter.
13 enemies right now, I'm a
12? The other ant whirl went back under the ice, at least as far as I know.
okay. Okay, so then we're gonna try this swift death thing, which attacks 2 enemies as a mixed action, but in phase 3 I can add my physical attack skill again.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
just
you'll-
like
so you'll roll your physical attack twice and then your approach.
under focus. Plus then yeah.
Yep. All right. Drop the dice. Kirk, what's your tactic?
I'm going to use Summon Quell.
Okay. Dope.
Make an Arcana action to summon a number of Quell drones equal to successes. These drones stay with the character for a scene or for the duration of a quest and provide +1 enhancement per drone summoned for teamwork bonuses on actions they can help with. Power always summons at least 1 drone.
Excellent. Go ahead and drop that roll. And Pom Pom, what's your tactic?
Peaches, how many hit points do you have?
I have 6, so I'm still pretty good.
Would you like a shield? I think I can give you a shield.
Oh yeah, I would love a
I
shield.
can ether shield.
Ooh.
That's it. That's as far as I could probably go.
All right, so you're gonna throw up shields. Well, and again, because this is the whole thing, you're kind of like shielding the party. Like you're standing back and like being everyone's sort of force field. Great, I love it. Go ahead and roll your. It would be your block, and then your appropriate approach. So success check. What do you got, Val?
So I got 5 material and my enhancement. So do I go by my total enhancements?
No, you go by
'Cause here's what
only the enhancements that would apply to this.
So
guy.
so the enhancements for the stagger attack, well, for the attack are +2 from the
Right.
enhancement. Do they have armor against ethereal?
No.
Okay. So they don't get armor for this attack. I don't know that doesn't give me a +1 though. Stagger says it's a +1 enhancement.
Yes.
So that's 3. And then status effect is 4. So 4 enhancement.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah.
Well, do those each also give an enhancement value, or are they just tagged?
Yeah, they each say +1. So status effect +1. So that's status effect +1 off my magic attack skill. Stagger says it's +1, right? The enhancement of the focus is +2. So that's 4.
All right.
If that's right.
Yeah.
Then that sounds right.
So then what's your total? So 8?
How many successes did I say I had? 6? No. 5? 5.
5. Okay.
5. So 9 total.
All right. Excellent. Peaches.
And everybody has +4 enhancement then.
Nope.
So then I got 5 material plus my 1 enhancement plus the 4 from
Yes.
10.
Piece of smash.
Dope. Turk, what you got?
I managed to summon 2 Quell.
Beautiful. So that adds +2 enhancement to the pool. And then Pom Pom, what you got?
So 2 successes.
Excellent. So that
+4.
also, you're right. So 6. Right, and you also got +4 enhancement from. So you summoned 6 Quell.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Good God.
Gosh.
So you start just tearing through these bears. You know, it's not even really a fair fight. And a couple more ant whirls pop up, and just as soon as they pop up, like a Quell drone like just jumps on their face, and they go back under the ice. A few moments later, scant moments later, you're standing on a white plain at the mouth of a cave that is covered in bear corpses. The only color in the area is aside from your own animas, is the blood of these bears leaking out into the snowbanks.
Oh, I start just gathering the pelts.
Excellent. You start skinning. Is anybody else skinning, or are you just going to let Pom Pom skin them all?
I'll assist.
Oh, thank you.
I'll cheer them on.
All right. Why don't
Not your
will,
thing, Peaches.
I will supervise.
Why don't each of you do me a favor and roll me a d10, Pom Pom and Turk.
Jesus Christ. I got a 1.
There's a 3.
That's okay. As you're skinning the last bear, you see an item fall out of its body. The item looks like a human hand wearing a white fingerless glove doing this pose.
Oh, cool.
And
It means peace.
a little pop-up appears next to it that says, Fingers of Cypher, Sypher. And there's a little subnote beneath the pop-up that says, this item begins a quest. You immediately recognize the name Cypher as a relatively, like kind of one of the like top 10 Parasurge streamers. Half of her content is like extreme permadeath dives into like the high level areas of Parasurge. She does a lot of spoiler tag stuff. Super lore monster. Frequently, when she first started streaming, caught a little bit of flack from the fake geek girl crowd until like she just earned a reputation for just making everybody that criticized her look just dumb with her knowledge of lore. And the other half of her content is multi-sensory ASMR streams that are gated against the younger viewers.
She's an ear licker. It's probably why I haven't sponsored her yet.
This was your quest, Pom Pom. I feel like this is kind of your grab.
I wasn't sure how much more time we had since Val seemed very...
Oh no, go ahead. This is interesting.
Okay. What do I do? Do I just touch it or accept it?
Hey, just pick it up.
Just pocket this hand?
Yeah.
Am I Cloud Puff?
As soon as you pick the hand up, you all hear Cypher's voice. To find the truth, solve riddles 3. First, soak my fingers in the web sack of a stalking enemy.
This is so cool. She's like working with TerraSurge.
I feel like the verbiage on that could have been chosen a little bit better. The fuck is a web sack, guys?
Would any of you like to make this? And this would be knowledge that would apply to your actual own character. Any sort of check to see how much you know about Cypher's streams, how much you know about TerraSurge's creatures, things along those lines. You can also like either like pop open a separate browser window and do some searching, or you can, wait till you
I'm
log
going
off and
to,
actually look for it.
No, I'll check with Team VTech and see if anybody's done this quest yet. See if they have any spoilers logged in the team house already.
As you reach out, they say, "What quest?"
Really?
Yeah, really. What's
Casuals.
The name, what's the name of the
Casuals
quest?
are ahead of you guys already.
What's the name of the
Cypher.
quest?
Fingers of Cypher?
Cypher the streamer?
No,
Hang
the other
on.
Cypher.
Hang on a second. I don't see this quest anywhere.
I'm serious.
Me
Like,
too. Like
I'll
there's
call you
nothing.
back. I'll call you back. I become very invested.
No longer AFK.
Any of you want to make a culture roll or anything along those lines?
I
What
have no
is
culture.
what is Enigmas? Is that-
Enigmas is just puzzles in general, but it's worth a shot if you want to make
Yeah.
an Enigmas roll.
I'll do an
Um,
Enigmas.
And what attribute would you like to lean on for that?
I feel like this is just like an intellect, like just like straight up like trying to solve the puzzle, like sitting down.
Sure. Okay.
I would also
Is-
like to do a an intellect enigma, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Is Cypher live right now?
No.
When was the last time she was live?
Good question.
Yesterday morning.
I'm gonna bring up that VOD if I can.
Okay.
And see what she was doing. Like I'll just kind of let it play.
Looks like she was doing a delve into the Underbaron.
Okay.
Basically,
That was the second.
Right.
That was the first expansion, right?
Right. Yes, but it's also huge and largely unexplored, full of big dungeons and whatnot. But yeah, it looks like it was a permadeath run on soloing a dungeon in the Underbaron.
How'd her stream end?
Signed off with a big old smile, blew the camera a kiss, and said, "See y'all tomorrow."
So according to her schedule, when should she be live again?
Hour ago.
And she's not live?
Nope.
She ever missed a schedule? When was the last time she missed a scheduled date?
Without like blowing up social media, as far as you know,
Yeah.
it hasn't happened.
We have a problem.
What'd y'all roll?
I rolled 4 7s. Could not get an 8 though.
Yo, I
No
got 1 8.
Hey, that's enough. Well, the first thing that immediately springs to mind to you, and this only springs to mind to you because it is kind of like, it's kind of lore almost at this point. There is one enemy known as the Stalker, the Bugged Stalker. It's a very popular boss, and Cypher, like one of the streams that like catapulted her to fame was she was set to permadeath soloing the Stalker and got knocked down to like 2 hit points when she took it out. So it was like this, edge of the seat. Like people were placing bets on this shit. Like it was a hardcore big event when it went down. So that is the first thing that pops in.
I'll share this with my allies. Just legend says Cypher soloed the Bug Stalker. I think that might have a what was it, a web sack?
Yo, I think I saw that one.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but apparently she got knocked down to like 2 hit points. It was a big deal.
Wing timeout. I'm gonna look around real quick. We're in a public zone, right?
Yeah, you're on a quest, so you're assuming you're instance right now.
Okay. So she should have been live over an hour ago, and she's not.
Pom Pom, you hear the sound of a harp, and a little cherub flies into your field of view and says, "Doctor, you're due to be at the clinic in the next 20 minutes."
God.
Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you. Cherub.
Just a reminder, you should probably log off, Doctor. Lives are at stake. Flies back away.
Yeah.
I mean, but are they? Like,
Wait a minute. Was that like a private message?
Yeah, that was her alarm going off.
Okay. Or was it okay? I was just asking if it was a visible chair.
oh, I thought it was
Okay.
public. My bad. Retract snarky comment.
So
Can't retract a comment like that.
weird. Here's the weird thing, though, right? So if she was doing some sort of permadeath run, she logged off normal time. No one I know has heard of this quest yet. So either this is the first drop of this seasonal kind, or something is off somewhere.
Weird.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
I am not inclined to believe that we're that lucky.
I'm inclined to believe we're that lucky.
I know, right?
You really should never gamble. Ever.
You don't pay me enough to gamble.
Well, on that wonderful note, I should probably log off, everybody.
Can we
You're gonna
log
take-
off here?
Wait. But you're going to take the quest in the hand with you.
Yeah. I mean, we're a team, so I thought.
Yeah, well, I thought we were
none
going
of
to do
us
this
will
together.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Wait. Well,
Right?
sure. So but the problem is
Uh-huh.
there's a bit of a spillover issue happening here.
Uh-huh.
Because if Cypher's supposed to be live now,
Mhm.
and we're getting a weird quest tied to her about some weird boss that she weirdly killed,
Mhm.
it's weird.
Doctor,
Oh.
patients are dying. Just throwing that out there.
God. What's fucking wrong, dude?
So look, we have some pressing matters. To attend to.
Mhm.
Maybe
Mhm.
I'll look around again.
Mhm.
Maybe we can get you some help dealing with those while we handle this situation.
Mhm.
So what's going on?
Do we?
Tom?
What's the respawn rate? Are we in? Should we leave?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's walk and talk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys can continue about your day. I need to leave.
I'm
But-
dead serious.
Uh-huh.
What are you going to do?
I have to go do my job.
But we've only
My
been at this for
real-life
like
job.
5 hours.
No. What's your job?
None of your business, dude. I'm
Whatever it is, I'm sure you're the best at it.
Thank you very much, Peaches.
I mean, I'm sure it's not a matter of life and death.
Who knows? Anyway, what is your main issue right now? Because I need to hop out.
Well, because maybe she's missing.
Okay, cool. We'll be back to it. Don't worry. Give me 4 hours. We'll be back. It's all good.
You never did tell us where you work.
Doctor, point of order, you're on 12-hour shifts this week.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. 12 hours. Give me 12 hours. I'll
12
be back.
hours? What kind of job requires you to work 12 hours? What are you in the military?
No, it's the fun kind. That starts at 12:30 a.m.
Ugh.
Is that hand soulbound?
I was about to ask,
Yeah,
because
you
I was going to hand
absolutely
it.
cannot pass this quest off to anyone else.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, sorry.
Look,
Sorry.
Tom, I get your concerns about privacy and whatnot. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, guys, I'm gonna need a tracking location on user Pom Pom. Just logged out about 3.5 seconds ago from the Frost Caves.
On it, boss.
Tell me everything you can about her. I'll see you back at home. Peaches, get Gilbert's info. We should talk. Say nothing else online. I gotta go.
All right, we'll do. Have a great day.
All right. Who's all logging off? Is everyone logging off?
I'm AFKing. I'm just gonna kind of idle out in this location. And I'm making a bunch of phone calls.
Excellent. Kiri.
Yeah.
You close your eyes and you let the setting of Terra Surge fade from your mind. As you come back into reality. First thing you smell is burning cardboard, sweat. You hear a little bit of the rumble of a distant demonstration. The neighborhood that you're in, part of town called Point Taylor. It's got one of the highest concentrations of non-citizens and second-class citizens in Cascade. It's largely been abandoned in all but like appearance by the FSA. They're not really, the last construction job that they've done here was adding a train station, and they're just not really upkeeping any of the buildings in here. The train station is largely used by corporate entities and other sort of labor exploiters as a means of recruiting non-citizens for dirt cheap labor. This also happens to be where your clinic is. The Aeon Covenant Nadir Memorial Med Center. It's only about 10 minutes from your place, and fortunately you logged off with 12 minutes to get to work.
Sweet. I run my ass out the door.
All right. The minute you get in, there's a bit of chaos. This is a full-service med center. Despite the fact that there's a bit of a protest going on right now, due to there's been some rather hot button issues lately when a second-class citizen was incarcerated for defending themselves, so they claimed, against a first-class citizen, and it created a big argument about policing in Point Taylor. So there's a group that's demonstrating against that right now. But apart from that type of outburst that happens occasionally, Port Taylor's relatively calm. It's a high crime. There's a high crime rate, but most of the crime is relatively petty. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of surveillance, but generally the police don't get involved in shit unless people are getting, particularly unless what the FSA considers people getting hurt. So when non-citizens are scrapping it up, they usually are, they're like parents in the 80s. Just let them fight it out. Having said that, though, most of your patients are either ill, dealing with long-term injuries and diseases from the Aberrant War, with the occasional outburst of violence. However, when you come into the front door, you can see the nurses' station is in a bit of a state of panic. One of the nurses, tall gentleman, about 6'6", both ways, red hair. Everybody calls him Nacho. He says, "Hey Doc, we got a problem back here. You got here just in time."
What's up?
We just had 3 people brought in trauma from the train station.
Do you know what happened exactly at the train station? Like, I walk and talk as I.
We don't. He's walking along. He's handing you a chart and explaining as you're walking along. Because we don't know. All we know is they were brought in. All 3 were unconscious when they arrived. We got a John Doe and 2 Jane Does. They were found in the sewer underneath the train station. According to witnesses, the John Doe crawled up to the surface and cried out for help before passing out. Looks like maybe there was some sort of a concussion, concussive force, I should say, like an explosion or something, but nobody's reporting anything. They both have piercing wounds in their faces. One of the John Does, one of the Jane Does, and light burns. The second Jane Doe 2 has severe burns over most of the left side of her face, back and top of her head. Looks like some bone breakage and some skin has been blown free from her face. We've got her stable. She's only crashed once so far, but we really need you to get in here and take a look.
Yeah. All right. I get in there and start taking a look. I start with Jane Doe.
All right. I assume the Jane Doe with the missing pieces of her face.
Yes.
Excellent. You get in, scrub up, and you walk in. You see a woman. Looks like she's maybe mid-20s. And as near as it looks to you, like her left eye exploded. Like a grenade went off in her left eye.
Right.
She's not in great shape.
Okie dokie.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a medicine roll?
Gotcha. I got 1 successes and 2 ones.
Ones don't matter as long as you get a material success.
Okay.
And did you add an attribute to that?
Oh, shit.
Yep. Always make sure you add the attribute of that you feel is most applicable?
I guess intellect, since that's what I know most of is medicine.
Okay.
Sorry, what do I have 3 in intellect, and I just add that to.
So you just roll 3 more dice.
Oh fuck yes! So I got 1 more, so 2 successes in total.
Excellent. And do you by chance have any edges that might help with this situation? Also, do you by chance have the Misfix It edge?
I don't have that one, no. Okay. I've got Universal Translator, always prepared.
Okay.
About it.
All right, that's fine. So as you're looking her over, you realize that there was definitely a cybernetic implant exploded somewhere in the ocular cavity.
Mm-hmm.
You're no technician, but you think it might have been part of her glass interface.
Okay.
And you can tell that the majority of the bone matter that would make up her optical region here, this whole ridge, is just gone. Not there anymore. She is comatose, but you are able to ensure that she is stable for now.
Okay.
Would you like to turn your attention to either of the other patients?
Yes, I would.
Right,
To one of the. Sorry?
Which one would you like to go to first? The nurse does explain to you that they're both currently sedated. They're not they're unconscious, but they're under sedation at the moment.
So it doesn't really matter which one.
We figured they were in a little bit of pain. So
A little bit, just like burns and all that stuff, piercing wounds. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter which one next.
okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check. We'll start with the other Jane Doe.
3, 2, 3. Do. I have 2 successes.
Excellent. At first glance, you see that the wounds are consistent with shrapnel, like you might expect from an explosive. But on further examination, you realize the shrapnel that's caused these wounds are the bone fragments, specifically skull fragments from the other person.
Yep. Coolio. Next.
You find the same to be true with the third patient.
Okie dokie. I don't recognize any of them, right? I wouldn't know if one happened to be Cypher by chance, right?
That woman that's burnt up pretty bad is a little hard to recognize now that you mention it, with half her face being gone.
Got it.
Now you could,
slap a Band-Aid on and start recreating her face on top of her face.
I was going to say maybe check her fingerprints, but sure, that's another thing.
Oh, that is a better idea. It's the future.
Dear God.
Dramatic is not me, man.
Super futuristic fingerprints.
While you're
DNA and stuff.
trying to figure out the identity, I'll pull back to you. Mako. Again, you also in the same part of town. As you step away from the sensations of Terra Surge, you hear the distant chant of the protest. You smell the burning cardboard. You can sort of taste the just general muck in the air. What would you like to do now that you're back on the fleshy side of things?
I want to send Cypher a message.
Okay.
There's
Just
like a
fire off a DM, just slide in her DMs.
yeah.
Okay. What would you like to say to her?
Hey, I'm one of your biggest fans. Just want to check in to see if you're okay. I really love your shows at whenever, and I notice you're not on today. See if she responds or leaves me on red or something along those lines.
30 seconds later, you get back a message that says, "Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to say. I'm not around right now, but if you subscribe to my premium platform for only $9.99 a month, you'll get first access to my direct messages."
Question for the storyteller.
Yes.
I have the extra souped up glassware that can do shady shit.
Shady shit.
I mean,
Does shady shit.
yes.
Does it involve skirting paywalls? Because I will absolutely do that.
Sure. You hack past the paywall. I'll allow it. Why not? No need for a roll. You hack past the paywall and go into the premium. You fake yourself a premium account. Are you just re-upping the message, or are you going to send something else?
Yeah, re-upping the message.
All right. That doesn't even get read.
So I should be positive. She's fine. She's definitely fine. There's nothing wrong with her. I'm going to start to have like a mini panic attack because positivity is not working just yet. Need to figure out how to be more positive. So yeah, we'll go there for now.
All right. Anything else that you would like to address when you're back home?
Once the panic attack is like calmed down a bit, I want to go and just kind of go to the orphanage, see if anyone like needs anything, see how they're doing, play with the kids, that kind of thing.
Sure. You get down there. That's a few blocks away from where the demonstrations are taking place, so it's almost like it fades relatively quickly to background noise as you make your way over there. When you do, the kids are playing, having a good time. You do notice, however, one of the kids, kid named Barry, he looks kind of sad or worried. He's just sitting over in the corner. You have kind of a cobbled together, there's kind of like a cobbled together playground outside. And he's just kind of sitting like by one of the seesaws. He's kind of looking down, and then he looks up every once in a while and kind of looks down the road.
So I'm gonna go over, just like sit next to him. Like, yeah, how you doing, Barry? You seem preoccupied.
Oh, I'm okay. I was just waiting for Eric and Berta to get back.
Where'd they go?
Well, they said they had a job, but they were gonna bring me back one of the ice cream sandwiches from the bodega, and that was a couple of hours ago, and they haven't been back yet.
I'm going to assume that the bodega is not a couple hours away.
No.
Okay.
It's like up. It's basically halfway between here and the train station.
Okay. I'm assuming they didn't tell you what kind of job it was, so you're worried about them?
They just said they had to go to the train station for something.
Well, how about I get you some ice cream from the bodega? Would that make you feel better?
I mean, that'd be great, but I am kind of worried, though.
Well, I'll check on them while I'm out. I
Can
need
walk
to.
with you to the bodega.
How close is this to the whole protests?
It's in the direction of them. It's not close. Like, so basically, like, if you imagine a straight line, you've got the orphanage, the bodega, the train station, and the protest.
Okay. Barry, this kid, is he like a street smart kid? Like, if something were to go down, could I be like, run home, don't look back, and he could figure it out, or would he just
No, he knows well enough like to duck and cover. He's
all right. Let's go, Barry. Let's go. Me and you.
All right, cool. You start making your way through the hood. Get up to the bodega. Guy behind the counter, just kind of sitting there. Got like 4 different screens up, hollow screens that you can see through on both sides on glass, and he's watching different news feeds and whatnot. Kind of shaking his head. And do for you.
It's a wild world out there, right?
Yeah, I don't. Hope the FSA can get all this mess straightened out. Get us all back to. Pretty soon we'll all be back to normal, and they'll resume the construction around here. Everything's going to be hunky dory. You watch.
That's Conspiracy. I love that attitude. I was thinking about getting some ice cream for the kid. You got any good flavors? What you want, Barry?
Ice cream sandwich.
You got any special ice cream sandwiches, or just you want just no?
All of our ice cream sandwiches are special, and he winks at Barry. There's a cooler back there next to the beer.
All right, you go on and get yourself an ice cream sandwich, Barry.
He says, "Can I get two?"
Sure.
He
Gotta pay
walks-
for two out.
He walks over and starts digging through them. Yeah, you work at the orphanage, right?
Yeah. I spent some time there when I was younger. Felt about right.
Well, good. It's good to see somebody, giving back to those that took care of them.
Yeah.
Like the FSA is gonna. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Question for you. Well, have you seen Eric around?
Eric.
And I'll like describe.
Like when the last time I saw a kid, yesterday, day before. Yeah, it all blends together. The kids are in here a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was yesterday, the day before.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll pay for the two ice cream sandwiches, which what I assume is like the last of my little chump change.
It's pretty much, yeah. You're like, you have 0.78 credits.
Yeah. God damn it, Barry.
He walks out, opens them both, pulls one side off of each, and like throws it on the ground, and then just slams the two of them together and starts eating it.
I'm saddened by your wastefulness, but I love your initiative. Keep at it, Barry. Keep going. That was beautiful. Then yeah, I guess I'll like head off with Barry to the train station as he's just stuffing his face with this like double stuffed ice cream sandwich.
As you get up to the train station, you do see someone that's arguing rather loudly with one of the guards. And he's like, look, I understand this might sound weird to you, but, somebody should do something. Like, you're not going to even bother investigating? Guard adjusts his belt and says, ma'am, none of those people, we ran an initial scan and none of those people showed citizenship. It's not our jurisdiction. As you can see up the road, people are a little bit upset about us possibly overstepping our bounds. It just wasn't. We called the clinic for them, which was technically enough to get me a reprimand, I'll have you know.
I'm gonna have Barry go somewhere safe, and I want to stroll up. Like, hey, what's the kerfuffle here? This is the beautiful train station. We can't have anger here. Well, is there anything I can help with? How are you all doing? Well, how's your day going?
The guard says, are you high?
No, I am high on life, sir, but I'm definitely not high. But I am just.
The woman says, the medivac got a couple people out of here that crawled up out of the sewer like 45 minutes ago, and this cop won't even send someone down to look and see what happened.
Down in the sewer.
Because I'm not a plumber.
How big were these people?
Don't let the mustache fool you. How big were these people?
Yeah, were they like
5'8"? I don't know.
Okay, that's not Eric.
Eric and Berta are two of the older kids at the orphanage. They're probably 14, 15.
Okay. Could you just, I want to help you.
Are you a citizen?
This is the guard.
The guard, yeah.
No, I am just taking a stop. I'm not saying I work down here.
Then what I could do is return to my OpNet show if you don't mind. And he brings up his hand scanner and starts watching Bachelorette season 406.
I want to take a quick scan, but I knew she was going to get gone, and then turn back to this woman as I am slightly concerned. So I just want to. Can you tell me anything about these people? Did they?
Well, I'm the one. This guy's a jerk. The only reason that the medevac came is because I'm the one who called them. This man crawls out of a sewer cover, just bleeding out of his face and screaming bloody murder. Says that they're friends down there.
Okay.
The medivac got them out, but the cops won't even investigate. If we have there could be aberrants in that sewer.
You're right. You know what I'm gonna do? Because you have been so helpful. I will do my part. I think we always do our part. So thank you for letting me know. And I'm gonna send Barry home.
Okay.
This just got really real, really fast. Don't tell anyone I bought you that. I don't have any more money, and they're gonna want stuff from me. You finish that before you get back.
Finish what?
Exactly. That's what I like you, Barry.
he bounces out.
I just want to get one more piece of information. Where is the clinic that these people were sent to?
Oh, they got just up the way around the corner. It's the Nadir Memorial Med Center, the one that's run by the Covenant.
Thank you. And I'll do what I can. Thank you. I'm just going to start heading in that direction.
To the med center or to the sewer?
I was going to the sewer until she was like aberrants, and then remember, little Mako cannot handle aberrants, so we're going. We're going to the clinic because he can handle that.
Excellent. I will get back to you. As the real world settles back in around Javier, please. You see it's a slightly overcast day, but that does little to dim the bright shine of your apartment in the upscale, what's it called? West
Point Gray.
Yes, West Point Gray apartment.
And
All the walls are, the exterior walls are all bright, shiny, brand new white, overlaid with your personalized, customized glass experience of what you would like them to look like, and of course some advertising and some, building marcations and things along those lines. Next, as you look out the window, you see the slight mist of the, northwestern. It's a little rainy. It's early winter.
He's already got 3 of my DMs waiting for him.
What would you like to do?
I'll regret logging off. Check my messages as I normally do whenever I initially log out.
Message from me says, anyone assemble any members of the team that are not actively training to be competitive raiders or competitive PvPers and get them into the gymnasium ASAP. I will be crossing the quad and I'll be there in 5 minutes.
I'll start some work on that. I'll send out a mass message to everyone.
Okay.
If you're not competing within the next 2 weeks, get your shit, get to the gymnasium.
Get a lot of yes sirs.
Good.
Go on.
No, you're good. I'm stopping.
Yeah, just checking messages, seeing what, taking care of, kind of idling through what needs to be done. Just with lack of fervor.
Okay. Just kind of sleepwalking through your day. Almost.
Yeah. Mind keeps going back to the game. I don't like the real world.
That's fair.
I want to contemplate if it's still possible to get that the memory editing technologies for the neural uplinks.
Oh yeah. It's not only possible. I mean, it's relatively commonly accessed.
Right on.
Yeah. You can download memories. You can share them with your friends. Things along those lines. That is definitely possible.
Right on.
Editing them out, I think, might be a little bit on the grayer side of legal, but
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can maybe. I'm gonna at least maybe not do that, but like look into a pathway to maybe be able to do that.
Okay. Start doing some basic like research of what it would take on the technical side, or are you talking about like street contact level research?
What it would take on the technical side?
Okay.
Um, and, sidelining or so doing that kind of after I take care of the business that I need to take care of for getting gathering people for the gymnasium. And then I think after kind of nixing that idea, just having my internal quarrel, I'll probably log back on for an hour or two
Okay.
and start talking to people, get freelance rating essentially, looking for group posts, and then casually bringing up Cypher didn't stream today. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
a. What would you like to rely on as you're sort of sniffing around for this information?
Um, I'll enigmas, um, or rather, of attributes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, just I mean, socially, I would assume you're going to be doing some sort of like a persuasion or a command or something along those lines to.
Yeah.
And this would
Um,
rely on your own sheet, not your.
yeah. I'll go persuasion. Both persuasion and command. I have no dots in, so I'm just kind of casually making conversation.
Okay.
Um,
And what attribute would you like to rely on?
I'll go. I'll go manipulation.
Okay.
Just trying to gather us a little bit of information. One success.
Okay. Yeah, the basic response you get is, "Huh, that's weird." One person does say like, "Not the first one to disappear lately, man." And if you ask me, I think that this whole thing is Expanse doing some sort of a, meta promo. So like they're gonna show back up, right, and announce
Like
some, like come out of
big
some
reveal.
dungeon with some new loot or something like that. That's my
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, I think it's.
Who else is?
I think it's
Well,
morbid, but I think it's meta marketing, man.
yeah, that makes sense. Who else is gone? Because I only noticed Cypher. I don't really tap into.
Oh, Chickpea's gone. A boss battle is gone with the 2Ds.
Mhm.
Uh, Raver is out. Yeah, I think those are the only ones I've noticed.
It is weird. It is morbid.
Yeah, like I mean,
No message. No
I
like
don't
social
think,
media.
right, I don't think we're all okay enough for them to be marketing, playing with our emotions about people.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I log into the game to kind of tackle and to kind of brush shit to the side. And that more weird shit going on.
Right,
I don't like that.
there's a
That's
level.
shitty.
There's a level. It's like the uncanny valley of weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
weird. I don't.
it's not good. Not a fan.
Yeah.
But if the drop's dope, then the drop's dope.
Oh yeah, no. If the loot's good, I might have to fully like public apology kind of thing.
Right, right. Put up like a thread. Um, while that's going on over there, what is Anthony doing?
He's marching across the quad to the gymnasium and turning on the Faraday cage as soon as he gets in and waiting for the team to arrive.
The team does so. Takes them about 10 minutes for everybody to get there.
I shut the door, do some coachly pacing. Okay, look, I'm not quite sure what's going on. So there's two big things I have right now. One, I asked for docs on this pom pom character. This is on lockdown. It's a private scenario. I need it as soon as possible. The other thing is, as far as this Cypher situation is concerned, I'm not really sure what's going on. So your role is either going to be keep your ears to the ground, deflect, absorb, and otherwise keep people from asking the wrong types of questions. We're not really sure what's going on here.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir. We do have a location on that on the glass for that pom pom user. Hand it to you.
Just put my hands out. I will also use, in order to whip them into shape, I will use a point of inspiration and tap into my evil overlord to
Okay.
make sure that they are working their asses off.
Excellent. And that gives what? Like, does that grant them enhancement or scale when they're?
So it says for the rest of the session, when your character gives another character a command, they ignore up to 3 points of complications from fatigue, starvation, or thirst related problems from performing that task. And the commanded characters gain 1 enhancement to perform it.
Beautiful. Okay. Duly noted. Why don't you go ahead and roll 5 dice for me?
Sure. Difficulty 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Do 10s explode?
Always.
Okay. Four.
Excellent. I'll get back to you exactly about what that is. But first, the paper that you're given indicates that Pom Pom's glass is still active. They're still awake and interacting with the OpNet. They are currently at this address. It lists the address and it states that the address is the Nadir Memorial Med Center.
Yeah, I know where it is. That's is that an AMP facility?
Yes.
Okay. Does it list? It doesn't list who they are.
No, just all you asked for was location.
Sure. Okay. All right. Take this ID, get a follow-up, and where? I look around. The hell's Turk?
Turk's online, sir.
I'll handle it. Why are you all? Obviously, you'll notice the cage is on. Nothing in, nothing out until we know what's going on. Roger that. No spoilers. No leaks. You leak, you're fired.
Yes, sir.
All right, get out.
They get to it.
And I go over to Turk's apartment.
Fuck.
So you hear, no, listen, run to the center. Run to the center. Whatever the fuck you do, do not stand next to other people.
Spread out, spread out.
And then you hear like, kind of like in the distance.
Oh, I'm not knocking. Okay, I will swipe my badge.
No, that's just like his
door.
security is telling him like.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Mid raid, I'm just helping shout commands like, fuck.
What? You need a healer? We need a healer on turn.
Shit, hold on. Spamming taunt, trying to pull aggro, just like finish this as quick as possible.
You walk in and you see Turk just like sitting on the couch.
I will flip on his display and put it in like observation mode. Huh.
You figure
Your healer sucks.
He's got probably about
This
7
pug's
minutes.
gonna wipe, dude. They're just that you're out of position. You're at. You know what? I'm just gonna watch him wipe.
Very quickly.
It takes about 5 minutes, but they wipe.
Yeah. No, God damn it, no.
Awesome. Great job, everybody. Pat yourselves on the back. Way to go.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
So next week, yeah? Next week?
Yeah, next week.
Turk, your rectal massage is ready.
I gotta go. Pew. Oh, hi.
Hey, you missed the meeting.
I didn't know I was supposed to be there.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Hi, you okay? You doing all right?
That's a question. As far as our job goes, yeah.
Look, the situation we're into seems a little fishy.
Yeah, no, I talked to some of the other guys, and it seems like Cypher's not the only one. Chickpea's gone. Uh, Boss batting, the Tooties, gone.
All right. So I think we should probably put a lid on this. We need to. I think we need to track down Pom Pom.
Is that? I'm not going to ask if that's legal. Is that wise?
So here's the thing: if this is going, if something is happening, and let's say hypothetically, a message got surreptitiously passed through the ether to one of the users online, and that user decided to log off, but that user is still active, and someone caught wind of it and didn't want them to catch wind of it, there's a chance that said user might be in some sort of danger as well.
Right on. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm assuming you've already pressed with this and got a location and everything.
And put the paper on the desk. We're going for a ride.
Clinic. If we'll talk in the car.
Yes, we will. You're driving.
Always.
What vehicle are you taking to get there?
We'll take the ride. It's the sports car. It's a 2-seater.
Excellent. All right.
It's V fast, V maneuverable.
Back across town at the clinic. Are you just letting the clinic use its normal means of identification to try to figure out who these does are?
Yes.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll 3 dice for me, if you don't mind.
Okay. I got no successes.
Beautiful. None of the 2 are definitely not even citizens.
Okay.
They're just not in the database. The third one is coming back inconclusive, and like requires you to enter multiple samples. Like you have to fall back. Like so, normally you could just like do a blood sample and see if they're in the database. You end up like having to do a fingerprint and a cheek swab and a blood sample, and it's processing. It's looking through, but it's having a hard time finding any solid information.
All right.
About that time, Mako, you arrive at the clinic. What would you like to do when you do arrive?
I want to go to the front desk and like, hi there. How are you doing today? Hope it's a good day.
Oh, so far so good. You work over at the orphanage, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think you brought in little girl. She had the bowel blockage. You saved that girl's life.
I also think I was the one who bought her all the doesn't matter. I'm glad she's okay.
That's fair. So what can I do for you?
I have a quick question, and it's probably nothing. I heard that there were some people who came from the train station, like a sewer thing that came here.
Yeah,
A little while ago.
we can't really divulge a whole lot of that information. But
Is there
yes, we can verify that there were some people brought in by emergency services.
okay, so can I, instead of divulging who they are, can we play like a 20 questions and I ask you specific things about them so I can make sure they're not some of mine? Because I'm missing a few of the orphans.
You're missing a few of the orphans.
Yes.
Just a second. Calls back to your office, Kiri, as you're going over. Just like do it like you're basically going over the notes from the rest of your rounds. You have other patients in there that are everything from people that are there for like a dialysis while they're waiting for like a implant, or people who are have just a really bad flu. You have kind of the whole gamut. So as you're going over your office communicator rings, doctor, what's your last name, by the way, Gary?
Nightly.
That's right. Dr. Knightley,
God damn it.
do you, there's a gentleman here from the orphanage up the way who says that he has a couple of missing orphans. And I was wondering if you wanted, it's your discretion whether or not you want him to try to identify any of those John Does.
Storyteller, do I know? I'm sorry, what was the name? Mako?
Mako?
Mako? Do I know Mako?
You both
Just from
work
passing
for
and
the
stuff?
Aeon Society in the same neighborhood, so it's quite possible that you've met outside of the game.
Yeah. I'll go meet with him really quick.
Excellent, thank you. The doctor will be right out to see you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey. Sorry. I was gonna swoop right over you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, by all means, continue.
Kiri, oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Knightley, how are you doing?
A little bit busy. So you're missing a few people?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nothing, but it's my job. I just got to make sure that the ones to look for aren't here.
Yeah. Hey, if you scrub up and come back with me, can you identify them if you see them?
Oh yeah,
potentially?
I could definitely do that.
Okay. Can I have them? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Sanitized.
just do the thing and then
Bathe him and bring him forth. Yeah. You have him scrub in, and you go into the room. It's basically like an ICU, and you see all three of them are currently unconscious. The two teenagers are on just like nasal oxygen, and the one with half her face missing is on a ventilator. You immediately recognize the teenagers. It is them.
Yep. Okay. That didn't work out like I thought it would.
Are you okay? Do you know what happened? Do you know what they were doing?
I don't know. I know they had a job at the train station. Apparently, they were in a sewer, and there's more people in the sewer. I just need a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
More people, like more injured people, or just more people that were like with them, or
A woman said they crawled out, and they said there were more people in the sewer, and then they passed out.
okay. Well, we're gonna do everything that we can to help them. Okay.
I trust them with you, like I trust you with my life. Thank you so much. Yeah. So what can I do? Because I don't think sitting here is very helpful. Maybe I should like contact some people, because I think that there's something happening in the sewers that probably means this is not going to be the last group of non-citizens you see tonight.
Might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. All right. I'll go unscrub and head that way. Oh boy. Yeah.
I'll let you know if anything changes.
Thanks.
As you're getting ready to head out, Javier and Anthony pull up out front of the hospital.
So Pom Pom seems to spook easy, so we're going to play this normie. Priority 1, we're going to try to ID the user and monitor the situation. Priority 2, if we need to insert ourselves, there is an endowment angle that I've been looking to pursue. So if need be, I'll massage the director. And you'll be coming in as my associate or head of security. I can't show my face in there right now. So if Pom's in there, assuming we never know, Pom could be a he, Pom could be a she, anywhere in between. I'm waiting on info back from the guys, but we can't really leave the car here. So keep the channel open, and why don't you head on inside? I'll wait out here.
Yeah. Before I go into just personal matter, would you be able to possibly find someone with the neural uplink, the memory editing? Do you know anyone who might have access to that?
I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Look, we've been taking a lot of care of people over at Exodus. If there's a diagnosis that you need, or treatment you're looking for,
The medicine's not working. Olympus is still there.
If you need editing, we'll cover it.
Appreciate it.
In the meantime, I will open the glove box and I will give him my pistol just in case.
Understood.
All right.
And I'll head on in.
As you're walking in, you walk out past another gentleman. Feel free to describe yourselves. We skipped that when you got into the real world. What does Javier see as he's approaching Mako? I believe you're muted, sir.
I am not muted. Yeah, I was. So you see a man like highly disheveled, like it's a shirt that like you're pretty sure was a shirt at some point. Now it still has like the technicalities of a shirt, but not really. However, there is this like very fine teal bow tie that he just has tied around, more so his neck than anything else because he no longer has a collar.
Is that a dressing quirk that is shared by Peaches?
Yes.
So that catches. I'm not even going to make you roll. That catches your attention because that's not something you see frequently. And please also Javier, grab yourself. But yeah, you absolutely notice the teal bow tie.
Much. Clad in black. Simple clothing. Boots seems like they've had a little bit of wear and tear, but they're clean. The eye is clearly cybernetic. Little different coloration, and the whites of the eye are not whites of the eye. They are. It is a sort of dull gray color. The clothing is pressed, not pressed, but it looks like it came fresh off of a rack. Looks a little bit too clean, like there's been too much care put into it. Longer hair pulled back into a ponytail tucked beneath the black jacket. Hey man,
Hey,
Nice.
do you need
nice
do
tie.
you need Thank you. I love this tie. It's been with me for so long. Do you need me to get you one? I don't know if I can, but I will give it my darndest. I
I-
think it would like pop with your black. Like I do think you need some kind of colors, like a violet, but probably teal would be just like ideal.
No, I'm not a fan of teal.
I hate you so much right now.
Just watching Chaz's face. Yeah, no. It's an interesting choice.
Yes. Do you need help? You don't look like you're from around here. Like I could show you around. Do you need a tour guide or
No, I actually did get lost on the way. I was looking for peaches, and couldn't really find them.
We don't really have a lot of peaches here. I might be able to get you some like, no, I think we might have some canned peaches.
So do you know where I might be able to find peaches, though?
I mean, the only place I know is the orphanage. I don't want to I can get you some of the. How about we split a can of peaches and I can like keep some?
So you know peaches?
Do I know? I mean, like I've heard of peaches.
God damn it! Is it you? You peaches? Is this you? Is this you? I'm assuming this is you. This sounds like you.
Oh shit, Turk! Big hugs. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you? I didn't mean to mess up your like fancy.
No,
clothes.
you're good. You're good.
Oh
It's-
dang!
Obviously, you see this exchange,
Yeah.
Anthony, but you don't hear it. So
I'm just what?
The moment he gives me a hug, I'm just looking back over the car, just like.
I just honk.
Would you mind discussing some stuff in private?
Yeah, sure.
Hang on, my car's out front. Keep us out of the cold a little bit.
Okay, yeah. After you, my good sir.
Make my way over.
I put on my hat and sunglasses, my big ones.
As they're walking up, you get a call on one of your private, secure, encrypted lines. Anthony.
Go ahead.
So Pom Pom's active, running a search and running into all sorts of icky, nasty security protocols. Not only FSA, but also looks like some stuff that maybe a couple of hackers slapped together. So do you want us to intercept? Do you want us to assist her along? How do you want us to tackle this?
Do you have an ID on the user yet? An identity of any kind?
Looks like it's coming from office on the first floor.
Damn it.
Office of Dr. Kiri Knightley.
All right. Divert. Don't let them proceed.
Gotcha.
If anything, send the source traffic somewhere else. I honk
Sure,
again.
looks like they're trying to looks like she's trying to ID a Jane Doe.
Shit. I get out of the car.
All right. Just as these two are like walking up. Go ahead and describe yourself, please, Anthony.
So character is about he's about 6'2", very, very lean, like not a whole lot of mass to his body at all. Almost like delicate framed. He's wearing a suit. It's like a light gray, kind of high fashion, kind of very out of place suit, and a hat with big sunglasses, clean shaven. Just very clean, shiny shoes, big, bright, shiny car. The hell's going on?
Ran into someone who knows Peaches, or
You see the bow tie as soon as you look over.
No shit. What are you doing here? Wait, I look around. It's only a 2-seater.
I can go back inside while you guys have this conversation. Do we have any more information on?
We need to get her out of there. Peaches, what are you doing here?
Do you know Pete?
It's a long story.
All right.
Do you know this doctor?
Yeah.
Dr. Knightley?
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Knightley. She's taking care of like most of like the orphans there. Great doctor, super nice. Yeah.
She's there right now.
Yeah.
Look, I have reason to believe that she's in a bit of trouble. Why don't you all take the car, go back to this orphanage that you're from, and I'm gonna try to get our doctor to a safe place.
Sir, is that wise?
Yeah, I think I can get her out of there. But just again, keep the channel open.
I mean,
If you don't mind, Peaches.
I don't mind. I work with Dr. Knightley on lots of things, so it might be easier to win her confidence if I'm there. Or
I'm not really worried about her confidence.
Barring
I
that,
need her to stop what she's doing.
barring that, if there is trouble, I'm not comfortable leaving you here alone.
All right. Fine. You two go in. I'm sure she has. Wait, do any of you guys even drive around here? Shit. Where's this orphanage?
oh, it's just right down the turn left at the broken down box. Avoid the fires.
You can
And if
take him with you if you want.
All right, look. Just tell her that tell her that her traffic's being monitored and you're here to get her out of here. Okay.
Understood.
We, myself and Peaches, will walk to the orphanage.
Yeah, that'd be great. I could give you a tour. See, I knew I was going to give you a tour.
No way roundabout. Call me Tony.
All right, nice to meet you, Tony. I'm Mako.
Mako, it's a pleasure. Javier,
It'll be done. And I'll make my
Alright.
way inside.
All right.
show me the way, Peaches.
All right. Storyteller, since Kiri and I are part of the same organization, would I be able to just be like, you got a friend coming in to talk to you or something?
I mean, you could send a text message over glass.
Yeah. I'll be like, Kiri, Turk's coming. I think he has a message for you. It's not a good message, but it seems legit. All right, I gotta give a tour. Bye.
What?
You get to the front desk. The nurse says, "Can I help you, sir?"
I'm looking for a Dr. Knightley.
Yeah, she's in her office right now. Can I say who's calling?
Concerned family member. Family
You want
emergency.
me to tell her that concerned family member is at the front desk with an emergency?
Her cousin.
Does her cousin have a name?
Navarro.
Doctor,
Uh-huh.
you have a cousin named Navarro who's here to see you? Says there's a
No, I
family
don't.
emergency.
That's
Turk
nice.
Navarro.
Okay, should I let Turk Navarro?
Oh,
Should I call security?
yeah,
man?
sure. I have them on standby, I guess. But yeah, I guess, yeah, he can come back only into the office, though.
Absolutely, Doctor. Security, can you please come escort this gentleman to Dr. Knightley's office? Thank you.
You'll need about 4 people.
Oh,
Send a guard and Nacho, please.
Oh, Nacho's big.
You see a dude round the corner, 6'6" both ways, kind of puffy, curly red hair up top, dressed in like scrubs. And
Hey,
then
handsome.
a dude that's like 4'9" with lifts, weighs about $1.05 with a quarter in each pocket, has on like a loosely fitting like gun belt.
You know they make those smaller, right?
He says, it works for my purposes.
Yep.
The large fellow says, you need to see the doctor?
I do.
He's my favorite person in this hospital, just so you know.
I don't remember asking.
I'm just letting you know, that's all. Making you aware.
Are you aware that those that survive trauma and then have a harsh life end up lashing out at those around them? I'm just letting you know.
Leans down so that he can make eye contact with you. He says, my brothers and sisters, I came from a Catholic family in the 70s. I watched them all get ripped to shreds in front of me during the Admiral War, one by one.
We're going to have a lot of fun, you and I.
After you, sir.
Pat him on the shoulder. My condolences. Well, start walking.
There's a knock at your door.
yeah, come in.
Hey, Doc, if you want me to rip this dude's arm off, just let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
He opens the door. Go ahead and describe yourself, Doctor.
A very, very tired, worn out redhead with short hair. At least 2 coffee pots going on in the background, and a lab coat that used to be white but is now like the end of a Die Hard, like Bruce Willis's tank top, that color right now. That's Kiri.
Or is it war?
How are you tonight, cousin? I had to
Call
go
me that.
by our nephew some pom poms. He's joining the cheerleading squad. Turns out he needed some new pom poms.
You're making zero sense. What are you here
Does
for?
no
I'm
one
busy.
speak in code? You go by username pom pom.
I mean, if I did, what of it?
As ridiculous as this might sound, you know me as Turk Zestfang. I need you to come with me. You may be in danger.
Because
You're digging. I need you to stop digging. We need to leave.
just a second, where am I digging exactly? Into your own shit? Is that what you're trying to
Not
stop
mine.
here?
You have a few patients, I gather. Well, a friend of ours gathered, digging into a Jane Doe. I need you to stop that. I need you to come with me right now.
Well, that Jane Doe is dying, and I'm here to help them not do that. So
Surely there are other doctors in this facility.
give me a second. Storyteller, is there anything else that I can do for the orphans at least? Can I heal those guys really quick?
I mean, the orphans are stable and they're going to recover.
Okay.
They had to have some microsurgery to remove the bone fragments that launched into their faces, but they're gonna recover. But it's like super touch and go with Jane Doe number 2.
Right.
You're really not confident that she's going to make it through.
Mm-hmm. Are there other doctors in the facility?
Are there other doctors in the facility? I mean, probably
I don't know how small this town.
probably one other per shift, and you're servicing an area that's got a population of several thousand people.
Right.
You're not the only medical provider in the area, but you're in very elite company. There's not a whole lot of money for medical care for non-citizens in the worst part of town.
Right.
And you are also aware that there is a protest going on less than a mile from you that could at any moment erupt into violent rioting.
As I'm growing increasingly nervous as we walk, I am going to also send Turk a message in just a question mark.
You can smell now as you're walking up. Smell the burning cardboard. Hear the crowd walla from the protest.
Keep my head low.
As I receive the message, I'll reply, got her. I need you to come with me.
I don't think you understand. It's incredibly difficult for me to leave my station. Especially with something as touch and go as Jane Doe right now.
I don't have time to negotiate with this. There are other doctors in the facility. I promise you that she'll be okay.
The door opens. You all right in here, Doc?
Slowly nodding.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks.
Sure thing. A code blue goes off.
All right. Well, hold that thought, Turk. I'll be right back.
You run into the ICU. The Jane Doe number 2 is coding. She seems to be going into cardiac arrest. Not quite sure why. Let's go ahead and make a medicine roll.
Oh gosh.
This is precisely the opposite of what I promised.
Oh man. All right. I got 2 successes.
Excellent. You run in, check her vitals. You hit her with the defibs and get her heartbeat back. And you realize that what had happened as you're looking back over the chart, there wasn't any immediate cause you could tell for the cardiac arrest. But you start looking over the various monitors you've got her plugged into, and it looks like her glass implant sent some sort of a signal that basically stopped her heart.
So like a computer virus for a person?
Kinda, possibly.
Oh, this is
Getting
getting
You want to
juicy.
make a technology roll?
I would.
Go for it.
Oh my gosh. I got nothing in it.
Oh, then yeah.
So
but you
I
have
would like to,
You have a
but
complication of 3, but you can try it. if you can reverse engineer, you can pull
Oh,
4
geez.
successes on this. You can probably get accurate information.
I don't think I can.
Worth a shot.
I don't have. Okay. What would I use?
Intellect, maybe.
Alrighty. One.
The only thing that you can pull together is glass is connected into your nervous system. So if a signal was somehow sent in there to shut her heart off, theoretically.
All right. I barge into my office to Turk. So, do you know what all that shit is about out there?
We're trying to figure that out right now. I need you to come with me, as I've been saying. What's going on with your Jane Doe?
If this is happening through glassware, like why should I believe that you can protect me from whatever's happening here? Like, if that could happen here, it could probably happen to wherever you're going to take me. So why should I go with you?
Make this. Let me put this in some simple language. Your goon out there, security guard that works for this hospital, I'll tie him into a knot and put him in your dumpster.
This
I
is
need you
very
to come with me.
convincing. I got questions you're not answering.
You're safer with me. I can answer your questions on the way. We need to leave now.
If I take Macho with me, yeah.
Feel free. I'll give him my own card.
Jesus. All right, fine. I go with him.
Open the door. Nacho, we're going for a ride.
But we can't just leave.
Nope. And I'll tuck a card. Notably, I don't have cards. I'll tuck a card, Mr. Valentino's card. The special ones that he just has his phone numbers on. All black, silver embossed. Tuck it into his hand. I'm not saying you work for us now, but I need you to, if you have questions about what's about to go on, call that number.
Yeah, I have questions. We got patients that are on death's door here. We got to find out information about. Your phone.
Unfortunate.
So I could have been
Rings.
getting answers this entire time from.
My phone rings.
Yes, as you're
Dude.
walking.
It's my-
Yeah, as
Darn it, Turk.
your emergency phone. As you're walking up to this orphanage, and as you're walking up to the orphanage, you can see the kids in really kind of like they're no one is wearing clothing that is fully functional. Everything's got holes in it. Most of it looks like it's too light for this time of year. But they're just kind of playing out in the front yard. The younger ones, you see a couple of the older ones like sitting off by the side talking to one another. It's just after dinner, so they're kind of getting their last bit of outside time. And as you walk up on this collection, phone ring, your personal like emergency.
I'll kind of put my hand on Peaches, who's been walking ahead of me. Just a second. I have to take this.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. There's some wild-eyed person in here talking about they needed to run off with my doctor. I've got patients dying here.
Who are you? Where are you calling from?
My name's Nacho. Well, my name's
Nacho.
My name's Dave, but they call me
Hi,
Nacho.
Dave. Hi, Dave. You can call me Anthony. How are you? Look, where are you calling me from?
We're in the hospital.
Which hospital?
The
There's a lot of hospitals.
you not know what hospital?
Are you calling me from the Nadir Memorial Clinic?
Yeah,
Is that where you're calling me
we're at
from?
the Memorial Clinic, yes.
And this is regarding Dr. Knightley?
Yes.
Okay, well, she's been emergency requisitioned for the Exodus Memorial Clinical Association. I need her transported immediately to my location. My name is Anthony Valentino. I have a significant endowment with your facility, and I need to make sure that her skills are transferred to the proper place. Now, it's my understanding that she's in the process of an investigation. We have people moving to that location right now to fill her role. Do you have any other questions for me?
Nope. He hangs up.
Thank you. I have to send a message to Burnaby and be like, send 5 doctors to Nadir on me. Repurpose this one's kind of a shit doctor anyway, and this one gave me attitude last time I was on site. So
All right. They'll be there in 20 minutes.
go ahead, Peaches. Let's fuck. Sorry. I didn't say that. It's Peach's word.
Like I did not. I did not.
Peach's word.
Sally comes up to you and says, Mako,
What's wrong, Sally?
were you
Mako, sorry.
Did you buy Barry a ice cream sandwich?
Who told you that?
Barry was bragging about how he took 2 ice cream sandwiches and made them into 1 sandwich, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever heard in my life. And it would make everything better if I just had.
Wait, Sally, hold on, Sally. Wait, Sally. Do you think I can't? I've only ever bought you one because I can only afford one. But as soon as I can afford 2, I'll get you 2.
I'm gonna kneel down to Sally. Sally, I like your approach. You're a little soft in delivery. Okay. So next time you come at somebody for ice cream sandwiches, I want you to understand 2 things. 1, you have leverage. Okay. 2, more tears. More tears, baby.
No. Less tears, Sally.
More
Less
tears.
tears.
More. Look at me. Look at me in the
Look
face.
at me.
Cry, Sally. Cry, Sally.
No, Sally. Sally, let's go play hide and seek.
I would like to once again invoke evil overlord on Sally.
Oh my god.
This is Lex Luthor, like I don't know if it's a better or worse Lex Luthor.
I'm spending a
and
point of
I'm fucking
inspiration
here
to make
for
Sally
it.
cry.
I want to go.
And then I'm going to give her $50 and say, go get some ice cream sandwiches for your friends.
I want to like go striking and just like calm her down. I'd be like, cry less, but take the money and get the sandwiches.
She like lets the waterworks go for a moment, takes the money, and immediately stops crying and says, "I need an adult," and like runs out.
That's right.
2 of the older kids
Good
go
girl.
running after her.
Good girl.
Make sure she doesn't eat all the ice cream by herself.
Can we get inside?
Yeah, sure. Come on in. Please don't scare any of my kids anymore.
She's she's not scared. What are you talking about? She's the toughest kid you got in here.
Yeah, I know. We don't need her knowing she has that power yet.
You 2 arrive inside, and Turk and Kiri arrive shortly thereafter. Are you gonna try to like see if you can just commandeer like a room or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for some place to sit that isn't surrounded by children, so I can take my stupid hat and glasses off.
You could use my room. It technically was a closet, but
Sure, if there's a place to sit, buddy. Mako, was it?
Mako, yeah. There's the floor.
You do have
I'll stand.
there is a basement game room that is not currently being used because of the lack of games in it.
That's fair, yeah.
You can go sit in.
This orphanage makes me fucking depressed.
I just see a place ripe with opportunity.
Yeah, come on down. We can play the game known as Almost Sorry. We don't really have it, but we imagine it's there.
What the fuck? Jesus.
Mako, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? You don't want to play that game with me because I'm never sorry.
Oh my god.
Does that mean you lose? I actually don't remember how you play Sorry.
You can't lose if you don't play.
I mean, that's fair. What about the game of like pretty okay life?
What the fuck?
This is what you walk into. Oh, we got a raid. Thank you so much.
Oh, hey!
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
raiders. So yeah, you 2 walk in as they're discussing the games that aren't in the room.
I will stand up and straighten my jacket when the
Kiri!
Javier and the doctor walk in.
Out of the hospital for this, huh?
Mr.
Dr. Knightley, I
Valentino, Dr.
presume?
Knightley.
Yes.
It is a pleasure to meet you. You come highly recommended.
Why am I here?
So I would offer you a seat. I think that counts. It's come to my attention that there is a dire matter going on at your hospital that may be connected to certain events that are transpiring with online personalities. Are you familiar with the situation?
A little, but enlighten me.
Well, details are fuzzy at the moment, but our investigation led us to a search that was being executed at your facility at Nadir for the identity of this Jane Doe that you were working on. Our resources determined that the search was being monitored, tracked, diverted, and otherwise intercepted by unknown parties. We believe them to be either hackers or agents of whoever might be behind this nefarious plot. And we have reason to believe, based on other sources, I will gesture to Turk and Mako, that you may have intercepted an important piece of information while engaging in your Terra Surge activities. As such, we felt it prudent to intervene on your behalf.
Thanks. Well, now what?
It's a very good question. I'm not a doctor, nor am I a technologist. I have a special interest in your field of study and the nature of the work that you do, in addition to your hobbies. And I would hate to see something bad happen to you.
Thanks.
It's not necessary. I understand this is probably a very uncomfortable and awkward situation for you. I apologize if you feel put upon. Trust that your patients are being well tended to. We have staff coming in from the Burnaby Clinic right now to fill any vacancies that are there and to help with the trauma center, as it were.
Okie dokie. Well, just before I left, one of my patients seemed to crash. Something happened. They're fine. They're fine, Mako. Because I was there. That's why. And now I'm not. Yeah, they seem to have crashed because something in their glassware triggered something.
Something in their glassware, you're saying?
Yeah. Which is what
You
I was
think it was-
telling Turk. I don't really quite understand why I was dragged away from my patients.
Turk is my head of security, he's an associate of mine, and he was asked to extract you from the situation. We didn't know whether there were going to be perhaps physical interventions on behalf of whoever it is that's causing this problem. We didn't know if they are sending people on site.
And I got a job here. That's how you talk. That's how you should talk. This makes sense to me.
Your pager goes off, Doctor.
Oh, God damn it. What does it say?
It says second crash, stable, but call us.
Okay. I just silence the beeper and leave it be. I ain't saying shit.
Okay.
Point of note for the ST. Javier is just he's activated the infrared on the bionic eye and is just keeping an eye on the entrance and near the entrance of the room that they're in.
Okay.
So here's what I
Appreciate you
can
letting
tell you about the current situation. We're also investing some resources and making sure that other people who might be digging are being dissuaded and or deflected from perhaps uncovering unfortunate truths while we determine how best to assess this. And when I say we, I'm referring to the people in this room because we don't know who to trust at the moment.
And as no sooner do you say that, you get a text message notification. Comes up in AR over your secure network. Sir, we've determined the interference that was going on in the identity check. It's all automated.
It's an app. I say that out loud.
Yes, sir.
Got an app for
It seems
everything.
as though somebody put considerable effort toward obscuring their own identity. Do you want us to crack it?
No, I think that we should involve a third party who might have a special interest in this. Look, this is a little outside of our realm of expertise. My people are not mercenaries. They are not glory hounds. They are not soldiers of the OpNet, okay? They happened upon a situation. There are people that are equipped to handle this type of scenario. They're more savvy, they're more willing, and they're a bit more altruistic. So if any of you have Ghostful of contacts, now would be the time to pipe up. If not, we'd have to rely on other methods. And I apologize, doctor. I'm so rude. I mean, we were introduced. Please feel free to call me Tony. I'm not here to boss you around. Though I did just secure a contract. I hope that's okay.
You did do what now?
I had to convince that nacho guy that you were working, and I didn't want to do that without actually giving you a job. So Anne understands, they get it, it's fine. If you want to go back to that clinic, you're welcome to, but.
If it makes you feel better, it's kind of like second tenure.
Thank you. You.
I'll forward you the details whenever you like them.
Yes, please. Wonderful. This is.
I'll forward her the details.
This is going grand. How you doing over there, Mako?
I'm just making sure none of the kids come in here. I don't think they need to be exposed to whatever is happening.
Your pager goes off again.
Okay.
Please call back. Clearance requested for procedure.
I'll be right back. And I let myself out of the room and make the call.
It's the other doctor. What the hell? I'm here by myself.
Details?
Like, okay, yeah, your patient crashed again. We got her back. But it seems that we're getting some biofeedback from her glass. So I want to pull it. But I need clearance to do that since you're the attending.
Storyteller, is there a way that I know that's the decision to make?
Oh, you can make a medicine check.
Yes, that'd be lovely. Okay. 3 successes and 1. I don't know what that means.
So here's the deal. Pulling the app, like pulling it is fine and probably the best course of action to preserve her life.
Okay.
If that glass, it's damaged anyway, so it might not have anything, but if there's any information on that glass that would be of use, just simply yanking it out of her skull, which is exactly what they're going to do, is probably going to prevent that information from being used in the future.
Okay.
So, like doing a careful extraction is the type of thing that's going to be time resource intensive and is not going to happen by their hands at that clinic. You know that.
Right.
So that's the only conundrum that you have.
I say go ahead and yank it.
All right. Cool.
Hang up and go back in the room.
Everything all right, doctor?
Yeah, everything's hunky-dory. My last patient had some biofeedback happening, so I just okayed a procedure to take out their glass. Or I might lose them.
Gotcha. Are there I feel like that's probably not the place for
Your doctors to be, because none of them are there yet. Is that what you're?
Well, I'm saying maybe we could arrange a transfer to a more apt facility for your patients, if that suits you.
Whatever it takes to keep them alive and well, that's what I need to happen. And right now, there's only one doctor still at that facility, and none of your people are there. So how am I going to trust you to get them to another facility in a very timely fashion?
Chopper.
How about we discuss it when it actually arrives, and then we'll go from there. If that's what you feel is best right now to figure out what the next step is, then.
Also, if you're like excited to like help some people, there's like maybe like 5 more in the sewer somewhere. So that's technically a thing that is happening.
Kids in the sewer?
Yeah. Kiri, I meant to tell you, but I saw the.
You mentioned it, but I didn't know they were still there.
Well, I couldn't get them. I went to call and then Turk came in and then he started like making fun of my clothes, and I know he didn't
Okay.
mean to make fun of it, but
Yeah, I understand. It's okay.
No, I did.
Oh,
Feels
goodness
childish color.
gracious.
Turk, I mean, like I want to believe you can be a good tank and a good person, but I don't think you do it by yourself. You need some help, and I think we'll help you today.
Just watching the door. A little smile, a little smirk.
You know what? Mako's right. We need to help those people. And I walk out the door towards the train station.
All
Where is she
right, let's
going?
go.
What is she gonna?
I just
You're in the
said,
sewer.
Anthony. Stop being AFK, man.
So she's gonna walk out the door to the sewer unarmed,
Yep.
unguarded.
hmm
With a friend, though.
And she ain't a tank.
Are the rest of you following suit?
Yeah, I'm right behind her.
Oh man.
Just a quick pause as Mako goes after Kieran. Just, these people are a liability, Tony.
She's the only person that has the information that we're going to end up needing. So
All right. I'll head out.
Excellent. You make your way to the area. By now, the protests seem to have calmed down. It seems as though a representative of Optech came down and said, and gave a speech, and they sort of dispersed and said, we hear your concerns. We're going to look at bringing in some additional private security. Ms. Cassell has pledged to handle expenses out of her own pocket to avoid any issues with the FSA. That was enough to disperse the crowd for the night. You do arrive at the manhole cover.
what's your plan here, Doc?
You can definitely
look
see
for
a
those
little
people.
bit of blood, like streak outside of the cover, like something that was bleeding crawled out of the sewer.
Well, that's ominous.
It was probably the one that had half a face at my hospital. It's fine.
Who's gonna pop the cover?
I don't know if I have enough strength.
Yeah, do you need to be strong to do that? Because
You sure do. You sure
I
do.
volunteer.
What's your might athletics total?
My athletics set 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh
That's
yeah,
math.
you reach down and pop it up. It's dark down there. You're hit with a waft of unprocessed sewage, and you can immediately see, it goes dark pretty quick, but you can see that all of the rungs of the ladder still are bloody.
I'll
Oh.
reactivate infrared.
All right, you look down and you
oh.
can see spatter on the walls, basically, aside from the sewage, like a slightly warmer spatter. What were you gonna say?
I was wondering if there was any exposed pipe or anything like that I can try and use as a bat weapon.
Oh, if you want to just pull a pipe down when you're down there, yeah, absolutely. I'll
Okay,
allow
cool.
it. Absolutely.
Sweet.
You rip a chunk of lead pipe off the wall.
Sure, that wasn't important.
Um,
I'm sorry, are you an architect or something?
Are you a Mario brother? What are you doing? Oh, my
Mario.
gosh.
are any of you turning on any lights, or are you just going to rely on the infrared to see what's
Lights
going
would
on?
be wonderful.
Flashlight, phone light.
yeah, I'll do a phone light.
You kick on the light. You immediately see a very clear, about 20 feet away from this manhole. You see a spot. Looks like there was some makeshift seating created on either side of the main sewage flow, and you see that there's a big splatter pattern of blood against the one wall, and then smaller splatter patterns from where the person was hit 10 feet away on the other side of the sewer. So those chunks that went into your other patients were 10 feet away when that happened. You also do see what looks like a glove on the ground next to the seat, next to the makeshift seat that's by itself by the big spatter.
Question for the storyteller.
Answer.
If I were to, say, a week ago, have watched Cypher, when she was live streaming, was she wearing a glove?
Oh, yeah. The hand.
The fingerless white gloves?
That's
Gotcha.
what, yeah.
I need that. If anyone's on, if I don't know how Twitch works, if anyone can clip Travis doing this, I would pay
There you go. All right.
so much money.
Add like the Sailor Moon effect with it too.
Right.
I want that as a gift forever.
Yeah, that's dirty, but it's the same kind of glove. Blood smeared all over the palm. Go ahead and make a enigmas roll while you're looking at it.
What are they doing in the sewer?
I missed you. What?
4
I
successes.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're looking at it, it looks like this glove got like rolled off, like maybe in response to, say, an injury. The person was like batting at their face, for example, so hard that it like knocked the glove off their hand.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Why do we wear these things in our body again?
The glass?
Yeah, I think
Depends on who you ask.
this was roll. I think that the person who was wearing this glove attempted to bat at their face and just knocked the glove off, possibly by accident.
So you saw all three of my patients were in the same area, right? So Mako probably saw Jane Doe as well.
Sure, yeah.
Could I attempt to see if the side of the face that is still there is similar to Cypher's?
You'd have to go back to the hospital.
That's too far. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Or ask someone for a picture, or access memories through Kiri's glass.
Okay.
Sure.
Can we do that? Yeah.
Yeah, you want to share your
Memory thing?
memory with everyone?
Yeah.
All right, you boot up the memory of you being in the room. Are you making it just available for Mako or for everyone to see?
Just for Mako.
Okay. Yeah, you see her walk in. She starts doing the treatment, and you can see. I mean, she runs in and is just like diving in and really just on top of a very chaotic situation.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a. We'll do either cultures or enigmas. You're going to have a difficult, or you're going to have a complication of 2,
Sure.
because of the panic of the situation,
Right.
and because of the wound.
So I got 2. That's just enough to bite off. I don't know if that's a success though.
You got 2 total.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can succeed with a complication. She definitely shares similar facial features. Can you get a positive? No. Does she
Right.
look like she might either be her or be like, a fangirl that has a very similar look,
Mm-hmm.
or just somebody who, by accident of birth looks a lot like her? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's close. It's close enough
That like
that you wouldn't be jumping too far to think that maybe it
So Anthony, did you ever call that helicopter you promised? Or?
I'll check to see if they've arrived at the hospital yet.
the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there now.
I mean, the doctors have arrived. What did
Well, you
want
were
to
talking about
transport?
getting my patients to a better facility or whatever. That's what I was asking about.
Yeah, I asked if you wanted one. Is that what you wanted?
As long as my patients are fine, that's fine. I'm asking because you talked about needing like a better facility for my patients, and at least there's one more doe that still has glassware intact, I believe, in their face.
well, we
Okay.
might know who that one is.
No, that Jane Doe had like, I think hers was the one that exploded and those fragments ended up in the other two patients. There's at least one more, I believe, that still has glassware in their face.
Gotcha.
Look, doctor, I'm just trying to make the most of an awful situation. So if you feel, if you feel like the people that are understaffed, they don't have the tech or the facilities necessary to perform whatever extractions need to be extracted, and we could do it better elsewhere, then we can move your patients. If that's what you want, we can make it happen right now.
If we're looking for information as to what happened here without me being at the hospital, then they might have to be transferred. Yes.
And we're kind of in the sewer. All right, sure. We'll have him transferred to Barnaby.
Kind of in the sewer. This is the
Issues are going to hate this. Yeah, I'll see if I can get an order for transfer. So this facility at Burnaby, I mean, we specialize in glass tech and brainware and wetware and all their fun stuff. So I imagine the doctors there will be fine.
Mako, give me an Enigmas roll.
2.
It occurs to you that if you are right, and if there's something shady going on,
That's yeah. I love this. This is a great idea. I'm just gonna toss out this idea to the group. Let me know what y'all think. I would guess that this we know where Cypher is. And if this is some sort of like actual attack on Cypher, then transporting her to a more public place might not be the greatest idea. Because it's just kind of like announcing her presence to those who mean her harm.
Well, I wasn't thinking about transferring her. I was thinking about transferring one of the does that still has glassware so that
Well,
potentially we can gather.
But
both the
they-
other does still have their glass installed, but theirs haven't been acting up. Only hers have been acting up.
Oh, for some reason I thought hers like exploded.
Hers did explode, but she still had
But
she still
still.
has parts of it in her. Yeah,
I see.
yeah. Sorry if that was
Oh, no,
unclear.
no.
To
No, that's
clarify,
me.
the two that are that just got shrapnel, they still have their glass installed, but it's not acting weird. And she still
Okay.
has some of her glass in her head.
Is that the one that I said that they could go ahead and yank it out then?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that still.
But continue.
Yeah, might not be safe to like keep moving Cypher. There are people who definitely wish her harm. We don't know who those people are. As you said, like we can only trust the people who are here. And if they are continue to attack her, then they'll find her. They'll continue to do
Okay.
so.
Well, we have staff there, so I mean, if we need to, we can lock it down.
But what? Why can we trust your staff? It's not that you can't. I'm sure you pick the best staff, but
So my people are not necessarily motivated by whatever it is will be driving this particular initiative. This isn't, like I said, this is our arena. If they're moving there, it's because they've been asked to. That's pretty much it. If we're talking about safety, if we're talking about trying to keep anyone else from entering that facility, we could call a security team and have them lock the place down. I mean, it's an Aeon facility. If there's concern that there is some sort of potential intrusion on people that are under their care, whether or not they're citizens, provisions can be allocated.
is Cypher a citizen? I just assumed she was without even like asking.
I mean,
It
as
doesn't
far
matter.
as,
She's a personality.
as far as you know,
She's
Yeah.
got value.
Yeah.
If you're asking, like, there is definitely an investment in making sure that she survives, regardless of whether or not she maintains some secondary or first class citizenship. Not to reduce it to numbers, but if you were to ask the FSA, they say the same thing. It's up to you, Doc. These are your patients.
We'll keep them at the facility. Is there anything else noticeable about
in the
other
sewer,
than the
no.
chairs? Yeah. No. Okay.
No, it looks for all the world like they came down here for some bizarre reason and logged in. At least one of them logged in from down here,
Okay.
and then her glass blew up.
why the hell are my children hanging out with Cypher in a freaking sewer
Like in toilets, man. This is the
all the
progression.
time?
This is the progression. This is where it fucking ends up.
Well, they would have had to coordinate somehow, right? So either she would have had to communicate with them, or they would have received communication from someone or something.
I need to talk to Barry because, well, maybe they said they had a job or something.
No. What time did it hand drop? I'm gonna check the loot log.
Oh yeah, it dropped. You have the specific time. We'll say 12:51 a.m.
Doc, if you had to guess,
Mm-hmm.
did that head explode between, like, I don't know, 12 and 1?
Storyteller?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna hazard a guess here. Can we hazard the guess on the street though? Because it's really smelly down here.
Like that, yeah, honestly.
Agreed.
I mean, I know you got your pipe. You can bring it upstairs.
You know what? I will do that. Thank you.
If I were someone like Cypher and I were concerned that something were going wrong with my glassware, I might set up some sort of, I don't know, secondary protocol that in the event of some sort of major cerebral or circulatory malfunction would fire off a something. Whether it be a log of the events that transpired, perhaps a memory log, perhaps some sort of will, perhaps some sort of piece of valuable information.
So we need to go dip the finger in the web sack. Don't laugh. It's not my verbiage. It wasn't my word choice.
I mean, this tracks with what I would consider to be, paranoid behavior.
It makes sense if Cypher was into something not quite up to snuff. Little breadcrumb trail.
I look around.
Yes. It's pretty empty. Or are you looking around for reactions from the others?
No, I'm looking around to make sure, like, we're not, I don't know, being followed.
Yeah, no,
I'm saying this because I'm paranoid.
the streets
Like,
are
perpetually.
relatively empty. You all right over there?
So
It's
I guess
the it's the dry delivery that got me. I mean, you ain't wrong.
I'm assuming the doctor is cracking up in character, so.
Oh yeah.
Unlike me, Javier is just stone deadpan. Just, I don't. Mr. Valentino, we're working with children.
Javier, are you okay?
fine.
Like,
Everything's
do you need a joke?
fine. No. Javier wants to make sure to resolve the situation. I can't necessarily say I blame him. If we want to get this handled, we should probably get to a safe place and figure out what's going on with that hand.
Darn it. I was hoping Anthony was going to say it too.
Nope. I know better.
So that's, I think, where we'll wrap things up for this week, with the four of you getting ready to look for a safe place so that you might go on the next phase of your quest.
Say it.
And dip the finger in the web sack.
Yes. Excellent.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about tonight's session of Trinity Continuum Anima?
Next session was beautiful.
Man, it's got to be a sewer.
Completed.
It's poor shoes.
If you want to go somewhere and not be observed in what you're doing, somewhere full of poo gas is not a bad choice.
Yeah.
Accurate.
So in terms of our after action care, as it were. Did any of you attain any milestones this session?
Like aspirations.
Yeah, aspirations. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't just
Have I recruited an altruist to my cause yet?
Does press ganging someone to work for you count as recruiting an altruist? To your cause?
She did say okay, and it does say recruit. There's an implied consent there.
I believe when we discussed this during session 0, you wanted someone to enthusiastically work for you. So I would say not quite yet.
We'll get there.
Completed my aspiration of utilizing the bionic eye.
You did. You may take a experience for that.
Sweet.
It'll end up being peaches.
Any other short-term aspirations?
Is there anything for failing one?
What did you fail?
Fight temptation would be something immoral, and I think to me it was immoral to leave the hospital.
Oh, so well, you fought the temptation. Doesn't mean you
Oh, six. Okay.
You don't have to win.
defeat the
Yeah.
temptation. Wasn't yeah. So
I like this technical.
You can get a point.
Sweet.
Anything short-term for Mako or Peaches?
I had to make someone laugh, but I did not take part in justified destruction, which is actually kind of disappointing.
That is kind of disappointing. Don't worry, you'll have a chance.
Yeah,
All right.
focus on that next time.
You did get short-term though. So is Alex the only one that did not get a short-term aspiration?
Yep.
Okay. So you did not spend half the available momentum in a single scene, or any momentum, as a matter of fact.
We have momentum.
Yeah, it's a Trinity Continuum. You start with enough with momentum equal to your.
I forgot all about it.
Honestly,
Yes,
so did
It's
I.
not on the sheet.
You have momentum. You also can dramatic edit if you need to. So you can spend inspiration to change aspects of the story or scene.
How much momentum do we have again?
Equal to, you start each session with momentum equal to the number of players in the party.
Okay.
All right, so that's your XP for this session. Also, all of your animas can level up because you did complete that quest.
Sick.
Yeah.
You gain 1 level. So please expend those points before the next session. I had a grand time. I hope you've enjoyed the plot so far as it's rolled out. I hope it wasn't too confusing or obtuse, and that things are making sense so far. I just want to take this opportunity. We're going to go ahead and do our outros. Before we do, I do want to remind everyone that if you're enjoying what you're seeing with Trinity Continuum Anima, you can head over to Kickstarter right now and support it. Get early access to the manuscript. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. Stretch goals already being activated. So definitely head over to Kickstarter. Check that out. So let's go ahead and start things off with Dr. Knightley. Please tell us who you are, what you do, who you've been playing both in and out of Terra Surge, and anything you would like to promote.
All right, thank you so much. Hello, everybody. I am Pesto Mystic, a very random person on the interwebs. I am mostly on Twitch as Pesto Mystic, and pronouns are she, her, and I've been playing Kiri Knightley, the doctor. Then I am also Pom Pom, a little fluffy cloud, and then that's my fluffy cloud anima. So yes, it's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm excited to continue this journey with everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. This has been a riot, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Next up, Mako, please give us all of your pertinence.
Hi, so my name is Chaz, and I play Mako, orphan, former orphan, now orphan helper, who also plays Peaches in Terra Surge, the angry Pomeranian who is just covered in tattoos of like love for you and sentiments of a similar nature. when I'm not doing this, I'm a PhD student who studies narrative and music and like video games and D&D and all this kind of like interactive media and how we all kind of like work together to just make us have like a fun time.
Beautiful. I love it. Anything you wanted to share with the class? Anything you wanted to promote or anything along those lines?
Oh yes, I'm now technically on the interwebs thanks to Travis again. I worked with him to complete the class collection on Drive Thru RPG.
Yeah, it's a expansion for Scarred Lands. It's got new core classes and new subclass options for the Warlock, which, as anyone who's been watching the channel for some time might know, Chaz does have a bit of fondness for the old Warlocks.
Start blasting.
And, and that is available at Drive Thru RPG. I'm going to throw that link up in the chat. And as I'm doing that, please, next up, Javier, give us all of your pertinence.
I am Gilbert Ramos, known on the internet on all platforms as Ramos the Nomad. Every fucking time, I always forget what I do. We stream where we'll be streaming on my channel or our channel, depending on my playgroup's channel, twitch.tv/rolling nomads for season 3 of Thy Kindred Come. We've moved over from Onyx Path, but we will be starting Scion up in January. But if you want to participate in season 3 of Thy Kindred Come for Vampire the Masquerade V5 game, that'll be kicking off December 5th. As far as things I do outside of that, it's all TTRPG stuff. I didn't realize how much stuff I did until I sat down and made a schedule for myself. Things I've contributed to society. I helped Travis do a thing. Very excited about that. Bloody But Unbowed is on Storyteller's Vault right now. It is an updated version for our for the Vampire the Masquerade V5. It's an introductory scenario. I'll let Travis dive more into that, but you should check it out. It's really cool. It's really fun. It introduces the city of Rockford, and it's got a pretty fucking badass story, I'm not gonna lie, and that comes from the bottom of my heart, like genuine, and I feel like saying that makes it seem less genuine, but it is, I promise. I think that's all. Aside from, follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/rolling nomads, where I do a lot of stuff, mostly weekends, Friday, Saturday, where Chaz and I will sit down and play Terraria, or force my fiance to play Until Dawn and watch who she kills.
Nice. And yes,
that's me.
As a matter of fact, Play But Unbowed is a lot of fun. It's a good time. It's got the rules updated for V5 thanks to Gilbert's masterful conversion. There are also pre-generated characters if you want to start the game out as mortals. It offers options for preludes for mortals or preludes for vampires. A lot of fun stuff. Good bloody time, and it's in the link in the chat. And last but not least, that brings us to Anthony. Please give us your pertinence.
Sure. I am Alex, he, him. I'm a filthy casual dock diving dog owner and lifetime subscriber to Game Running Abuse by Travis. I play Anthony Valentino, multi-billionaire philanthropist, entrepreneur, esports team slave driver, who also plays Val, the Veer Mage soul worker on Terra Surge. Yeah, having a good old time with these folks. Only got to monologue a little bit, but I'm sure that there's going to be plenty more banter to come. We had no appearances by the doggo today because he is visiting with someone, but I'm sure we'll have him next week.
Wonderful. And last but not least, that leaves me, I guess, right? That's me, right? So I know it says I have gray eyes, but I decided I want blue eyes. I am Travis. I am he, him, they, all fine. I write games. When I'm not writing games, I stream them. I will be back on this channel next Monday for our next episode of Storypath Showcase. For those of you who have been tuning in so far to the showcase, A, thank you. B, we are just on Mondays for the duration of this Kickstarter so that we can give you a live show. However, if you want to check out the previous episodes of Storypath Showcase, they are all up on YouTube right now. And this show, because it is supporting a Kickstarter, will be pretty much going up on YouTube basically once it goes live. So having said that, though, the rest of our content is subscriber exclusive for 7 days in VOD. So if you've not yet done so, please be sure to follow the channel, subscribe, tell all your friends to do the same, and please head over to Kickstarter and support Trinity Continuum Anima. I would like to thank my players for being amazing. This has been so much fun, and I can't wait to give you the next clue, because apparently this one has been no end of laughter, and I think you're going to laugh even more at the next one. We will see you again next time. If you've not yet done so, go get your shot. If you haven't got your booster, go get it. And take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you again real soon.
Get stabbed too.